Bulldogs football on SHN Sports is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. This broadcast is also sponsored in part by 3 Spoons Yogurt, Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, HITTSS Solutions, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Charlie's Used Cars, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Vicki McKenzie, the McKenzie Group, First Baptist Church New Waverly, Rally Point Advisors, the Greind, Texas Signature Roofing, and by DoubleDave's Pizzaworks.
Well, lights gleam on Friday night as New Waverly takes to the road, boasting a stellar 3-1 record in district play and fueled by a 2-game win streak. The determination, well, it's there, and the drive, it's always unwavering. These Bulldogs, friends, as you know, are ready to get started here tonight as they are re-energized and overrunning with confidence. They're ready to storm the Kountze Lions den here in Kountze, Texas. Riding high from their back-to-back victories, this Bulldog team right now in peak condition. Every play, every yard, they're giving it their all, showcasing a vigor that signals their unbending will to prevail. And while the Lions might roar with pride and majesty, they're up against a Bulldog poised to challenge every single growl. From New Waverly, every face-off isn't just a game, it's a pledge of their grit, a window to assert that their winning trend is steeped in skill. With the inspiring guidance of head coach Dean Schaub, these Bulldogs don't just engage, they overtake with intensity, spirit, and an endless yearning to triumph. So, loyal Bulldog supporters, whether you're backing from the stands or lending your spirit from distance back in New Waverly, this is your cue. Raise your cheers to the heavens, hoist those flags high, and stand firm in solidarity. Tonight, as the Bulldogs take on the Kountze Lions, every soul tuned into the rhythm of an imminent victory. This is New Waverly Bulldogs football, and the journey to greatness continues right now. Here we are again live from Kountze, Texas. As always, I'm Rob Hipp alongside the Ed Watto. Ed, first and foremost, man, it is so good to be back in person. I know it was a little bit different having to do the game remotely, but here we are, and we're ready to roll, man.
Rob, it is great to be sitting beside you again. Last week, with you being remote, was not nearly as much fun.
Well, looking forward to this one tonight. You know, this is a Kountze Lions team that's 1-3 in district play. New Waverly 3-1. But Kountze, they've showed some vigor here this season, as I talked about in that open. But this New Waverly team really riding high tonight. And I think that this could be one of these games where New Waverly can really put a stamp as they head into one final game after this one tonight to wrap up regular season play. From us looking at the different analytics, a win or loss here may really not mean much more than maybe some positioning. It looks like New Waverly is poised to get into the playoffs, but a victory tonight obviously is what you want to get. You don't want to just settle and say, hey, let's roll out of this one and then look ahead to next week. They're going to take care of business here tonight.
Yeah, this is kind of a defining moment, right? There's a lot of momentum behind New Waverly right now. You know, coming off of a big victory last week. Nice victory against Hemphill the week before. So I think this is a defining moment. The playoffs, you know, that being a possibility, but it gets complicated if New Waverly should fail tonight. So I think they would still make the playoffs, but it's going to become more complicated. It goes to criteria, and then it gets sticky. So you could always miss. So again, it's lots and lots of momentum. They've got to come out. Dominate the line of scrimmage. Sound like a broken record on that, but that's going to be important tonight.
Going to be the key to victory is dominate that line of scrimmage, take care of business. We'll see more from Hunter Henry, I would assume. He has been a force here this season. He has been the main go-back. You've had a lot of different running backs that have had opportunities that have stepped up, but Hunter Henry really solidifying himself. And then that quarterback play, I know I'm keeping it on the offensive side. There's a lot of great things happening on the defense as well, but on that offensive side as well, under the arm of Cade Garrett, he has really started to show his composure over these games. And it's crazy to think we're already here in week number 10, the 9th game for New Waverly, and they're set for a big one coming up next week, but we're not even thinking about that tonight. We just want to get out of Kountze with a victory.
Yeah, important thing about this game is that New Waverly has gotten better throughout the year. So credit to the coaching staff as they continue to get better and better each week. Hunter Henry's gotten better. Cade Garrett, offensive line has gotten better. Defense has played better, especially as we came into district play. So I think that's an important part of this momentum that we've got going on. Hunter Henry has a whopping 9.8 yards per carry. He either has big, huge runs, or or does not a great run. But so he's about 880 yards on the season. I know he's motivated to get to 1,000. 1,000 yards is a critical mark, whether you are a great running back or you're just a good one.
We are here tonight in the Lions Den, set for a beautiful night of high school football here in Southeast Texas. It is the Kountze Lions hosting your New Waverly Bulldogs. We'll step aside and take a break as we continue the Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. We'll have our interview with head coach Dean Schaub, brought to you by Cabins and More of Texas. After this, stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on the all-new Bulldogs Broadcast Network.
Hello, New Waverly Bulldogs football fans. Looking to beat the heat? Three Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville has got you covered. Located at 1524 11th Street in Huntsville, Three Spoons Yogurt is the proud supporter of your very own New Waverly Bulldogs. With a mouth-watering selection of flavors and a rainbow of toppings, Three Spoons Yogurt offers the perfect treat for any Bulldogs fan. Don't miss out on any of the frosty fun. Follow them on Facebook at Three Spoons Yogurt Huntsville TX for all the latest scoop. So when you're craving something cool, remember, the only thing cooler than the yogurt at Three Spoons is being a New Waverly Bulldogs fan.
Direct from the driving seat of the Bulldogs, our in-depth talk with head coach Dean Schaub. Leading the conversation, here's Rob Hipp.
Welcome back at it as we continue our Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. As always, here with head coach Dean Schaub. This interview presented by our good friends at Cabins and More of Texas. You can find out more and find your getaway, your man cave. Maybe you need a she shed, they call it. You can go to CAMOTX.com. Coach, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be back here in New Waverly as we continue on. Wasn't there physically last week, but we were able to get the broadcast off, and just a really good win for your program. We knew Trinity was coming in. Anytime a school is winless, you still got to keep your guard up, but you know what? New Waverly taking care of business, did what they had to do. Just kind of wanted your thoughts on that ball game.
Yeah, it was a quick game. I think it lasted not even 2 hours. And I told the kids Trinity's, they hadn't won many games lately, and they're playing for pride. So this was New Waverly was the team that they needed to beat, and I just told them that don't look at those records. They're coming to play, and Trinity and New Waverly, great rivalries in all sports. So we knew it'd be a tough game.
You go back and you look at that game being at home, just what was the atmosphere like as we're down? That was the seventh game. We only got 2 remaining. Just talk a little bit about the atmosphere and how much that plays into these ball games.
Oh, I mean, it was a lot of electricity. It was nice. And we packed the stadium. The people are excited. Obviously more people come out when we play the Trinity. So, the kids enjoyed that.
It's always fun, too, on senior night. I think 9 seniors, not just in football, obviously, but across the whole program. When you think about cheerleaders and those involved in other activities, how special are those nights for your young people? Oh, yeah.
You always want to win on homecoming and senior night. So it was exciting for the kids to get that win. And, we look at all our programs that we only have, I think, with the people affiliated with football and band, cheer, dance, all that. I think we had maybe 12 total seniors. So we have a small senior group this year, which is great for the future.
2 wins in a row now, 3-1. Just, of course, if I would ask you the question, where do you want the team to be? You'd probably say undefeated. But How are you feeling about how things are going now? It seems like there's a lot of momentum, and the guys continue to seem like they get better with each game.
Yeah, like I said before, offensively, we've got 10 new starters. So that's tough sometimes. But we've gotten better every week. Thank the Lord for non-district games. And, everything statistically, we've gotten much better each week. So as long as we're not stepping backwards, that's a good thing.
Back on the road here, final 2 games to go. It just seems crazy that in the regular season, but just seems crazy how fast this season's going on. And so now you face a Kountze team that comes in 1-3 in district play. They just lost their first district game. What's this matchup always like?
It's a tough game. Last year, Kountze have got a great program over there. They got a new head coach. I think it's his 2nd year. And, it's a situation we told the kids it's a playoff game. We win, we're in. If we don't, we're out. And Kountze is the same deal. So, I think if we lose, we can lose by 6 or fewer points, but we need to win the game.
Yeah,
so
sure.
that's what it's do or die this week.
You go and look at this season so far, and I know I asked you a couple of weeks ago, maybe what have you been most impressed with? Where do you see that these guys have really grown as the season has went on?
I think our chemistry has gotten really, really good. I think that offensively we're putting up big numbers. Hunter Henry he's averaging about almost 10 yards a carry in the last 3 games, which is outstanding. Kay Garrett's getting much better. Our defense, we're more tackles. Kids are stepping up that we hadn't really seen step up. So I think everybody's playing their part to translate to these wins.
Final question for you, Coach. Keys to victory. What do we have to do to be successful versus Kountze?
They've got their defensive line is very big. We've got to be able to move the ball on them, and we're going to take advantage of their secondary. Offensively, they got a good quarterback. If we can slow him down, we definitely have a chance to win.
Halloween right around the corner. Coach, you and I are a little too old to celebrate that, though, but what do you look forward to this time of the year as far as that goes?
Lord, as long as we don't make stupid mistakes and we're wise and, we don't get ourselves in trouble.
We'll need we don't want any tricks, just a bunch of treats
exactly.
Coming up here on Friday night. So, Coach, as always, appreciate your time. Been a fun season. Hey, we still got more to go.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to this one. As always, here with Coach Dean Schaub on our Cabins and More interview. That'll wrap it up here with Coach. We'll continue our 3 Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff when we come back. Hey there, New Waverly Bulldog fans. Need more space for your growing trophy collection, or maybe a little spot to relax after the game? Or maybe you need a shelter for farm animals or your RV? Look no further than Cabins and More of Texas. We offer the highest quality portable cabins, sheds, barns, steel structures, and more, all manufactured by the most respected names in the business. Perfect for storing football gear, setting up a fan or a man cave, protecting outdoor toys or equipment, and so much more. Worried about cost? Well, don't be. We offer flexible payment options, including financing with approved credit and no credit check, rent to own. You can even get pre-qualified in just a few minutes without affecting your credit. Find Cabins and More of Texas in Riverside across from Talent's Barbecue and in Carthage in the HEB Shopping Center. That's Cabins and More of Texas online at CAMOTX.com.
Whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
You've been listening to the 3 Spoons Yogurt Countdown to Kickoff. Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life.
Looking for a car you can trust? Come on down to Charlie's Used Cars in Huntsville. We're not just another dealership, we're a family. For 50 golden years, we've been serving your community with quality pre-owned vehicles and unbeatable customer service. At Charlie's, you're not just buying a car, you're joining a legacy. Visit our virtual showroom to explore our vast inventory, each car complete with detailed information and pictures. Got questions? Our professional sales staff is here to guide you in every step of the way because your satisfaction is our mission. Discover why at Charlie's Used Cars, it's not just a deal, it's a relationship. Visit us online at charliesusedcarstx.com.
Captivating plays and crushing hits are on the menu. It's showtime on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Welcome to New Waverly Bulldog Football. Live from the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Well, here we go, friends. Getting ready to get started here in Kountze, Texas. Welcome in for New Waverly Bulldog Football. Thanks for joining us on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network, powered by the all-new Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Rob Hipp alongside Ed Watto as team captains now out there on the field right now for New Waverly, joined by Zane Sykes, Mason Bueller, Houston Forster, and Jude Shields. And Ed, we're getting set for a good one here tonight. We heard earlier from head coach Dean Schaub talking about keys to victory on the defensive side. Just move the ball. He said that Kountze has a big defensive line. And on that offensive side, as far as looking at Kountze, they've got to slow down the quarterback for Kountze tonight. If they can do that, they've got a good chance coming out with a victory. This was a Kountze team that is coming off of a devastating loss, and it's been with every team in the district. Newton just slammed them last week, 61-6. They did defeat Trinity. Kountze did 47-0. Lost to Hemphill in a close one, 22-20, and Anderson Shiro at 26-14. But we're set here just a few moments for kickoff, as we'll keep things right here, 12 on the board, and we're getting set for a great night of football here in Southeast Texas.
Yeah, so Kountze has had they got a really dynamic quarterback. He's young. Sophomore, they used him, but last week in defeat against Newton, they just continued to fight. So it's going to be a great showdown tonight.
Again, let us know you're out there. The Bulldog fan text line is open. Maybe you're from Kountze tonight joining us here on the broadcast. We welcome you in as well. Even though we do broadcast for New Waverly, we always want visiting teams to feel welcome into this broadcast. Kountze is in their black jerseys, numbers in white outlined in red. New Waverly is in their white jerseys with the maroon numbers. You'll notice it on your scoreboard. We do have New Waverly in maroon and Kountze. The home team tonight here on their senior night is their score is showing up in a kind of a gray color. So New Waverly will kick this one off from right to left. Weather will not be a factor tonight. Not very windy at all. And temperatures settling down into the upper 70s. We should get to the mid-70s as this one goes on before the freeze comes. Not really much of a freeze. It'll be in the upper 30s, low 40s next week. We don't have to worry about it tonight. Here is the kick. It will happen from the 40 from right to left. And running up and toe to leather, this one is boomed here by Tobin Edney. It'll drop, actually goes out of bounds, unfortunately, on an illegal procedure, so they'll start this one at the 40. And here we go. We're underway here tonight in Kountze.
Yeah, it's a great night, beautiful weather here. Lots of keys to the game. I think that, one of the things that's going to be real interesting as New Waverly starting on defense is because this is mostly a passing attack by Kountze, they're going to need to get quarterback pressure and really have good coverages downfield, and then try and get Kountze into third downs because they are not a real effective team at all on third down. They're only less than 50%.
They're actually going to start them here at their own 39-yard line. So two in the backfield here for Kountze. It is Trace Jordan, the running back, and he is joined by quarterback Cam Johnson. That is a young man that we were talking about earlier with Coach Schaub that they said they'll have to keep an eye on, the sophomore. So it is Johnson in the gun. Running back off his right hip is Trace Jordan, also a sophomore. Here's the shotgun snap, goes to Jordan, spinning around and slammed down on the ground. Nowhere to go. Right out of the gate, Jackson Hathorn bringing an axe here early and taking a quick bite for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, this is what's needed. Just not anything special. Kountze trying to get the inside handoff, run inside the tackle, but Jackson Hathorn would have none of it.
Called it a 2-yard loss back to the 37. 11:35 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. Johnson again in the gun. This time we'll hand off once again over to Jordan. Jordan left side, this time a little bit of daylight across the 40. Flags will fly at the end, and that may be a late hit out of bounds by the New Waverly defense. You don't want to get started with the laundry early tonight.
Yeah, just getting this kid out of bounds would have brought him to third down, 3rd and 8. You want to get this Kountze team to third downs. They seem to struggle a little bit on third down. So if that penalty goes against New Waverly, it's going to give Kountze a first down here.
The officials still talking things over. Again, we are underway here in the Charlie's Used Cars first quarter Our broadcasts all season long presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. That was a personal foul variety against New Waverly. That will move the ball for Kountze. The Lions will have it in New Waverly territory now, first down and 10. Looks like they have it on the Bulldog. We'll call it 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's right. And, as they get...
Here's Johnson real quick. Handoff will go over to Jordan again. Left side, Jordan finding daylight again as he crosses over the 30. Needed 10 to get the first, and he picked up maybe 12 or 13, trucking that one down inside the 30 of New Waverly.
Yeah, that's right. Just a quick inside handoff, but trying to get outside of the defense, and the pursuit just could not come up to get a hold of him.
So a couple of first downs here to move the chains, and a new back is in there now. That is D.K. Taylor. D.K. Taylor, he is a junior with the number 29. He'll stand to the right hip of quarterback Cam Johnson. Two receivers down to the right side. Here's the shotgun snap. Handoff will go over to Taylor. Taylor left side. He finds some daylight, crossing over the 20 and inside the red zone and down around the 18-yard line. He got close. It should bring up maybe 2nd and 8 or so. We'll see where they officially mark it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to real close to the first down marker. Just a very similar play that they've run with success a couple of times now.
We'll call it 2nd down and 1 inside the red zone. Kountze trying to continue this momentum on their opening drive. The running back Taylor remains in the game. Two receivers down to the right. One of them is Philip Boykin. He is one of the seniors on this team alongside teammate Kel Carr. Here is a keeper here by the quarterback Johnson to the right side. 20, 15, still on his feet. 10, down inside, and he scores a touchdown. Ran that one right into the corner, an 18-yard scamper, and Kountze will get on the board first with 10:27 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first.
Yeah, just, faked the handoff, and then he took it to the right side. You got to have your linebacker playing the quarterback there to the outside. So just a blown defense for New Waverly. But I'm sure the Dogs will be resilient and come back and try and make something happen with this next series.
Extra point kick here. I believe this is Mason Dean, if I'm reading that correctly on his jersey, from the 10. Here's the snap, the hold by Bumstead. This one up on the way. It's actually Bo Biddle. It's through the uprights and good. The early score, 7-0, as Kountze will score on their opening drive. We'll step aside and take a break as we continue. It's New Waverly Bulldog football here on the Bulldog Broadcast Network.
Looking for a car you can trust? Come on down to Charlie's Used Cars in Huntsville. We're not just another dealership, we're a family. For 50 golden years, we've been serving your community with quality pre-owned vehicles and unbeatable customer service. At Charlie's, you're not just buying a car, you're joining a legacy. Visit our virtual showroom to explore our vast inventory, each car complete with detailed information and pictures. Got questions? Our professional sales staff is here to guide you in every step of the way because your satisfaction is our mission. Discover why at Charlie's Used Cars, it's not just a deal, it's a relationship. Visit us online at charliesusedcarstx.com.
Welcome back to New Waverly Bulldogs football, presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Moments ago for Kountze on their opening drive, started out on their own 39-yard line. They take it down the field, capped off by an 18-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Cam Johnson. It's 7-0 with 10:27 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. Set to kick this one away is Bo Biddle from left to right from the 40. Runs up to it, right toe to leather. Nice line drive kick. Fielded here by New Waverly's Dorian Thomas at the 20. Still on his feet. Thomas will spin his way forward to the 35-yard line. And good starting field position here, Ed, for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just a nice job by Dorian Thomas. Nice to have him back. Grabs this. Thought for a second he might be able to break that, but he gets tripped up at the 35.
They're going to officially mark it a little bit more in between the 35 and the 36. We'll call it the 36. So New Waverly will bring their offense onto the field that was victorious against Trinity. They are riding in to this ball game on a win streak, 3-1 in district play. Quarterback Cade Garrett in the gun. One receiver to either side, has that back offset. It is Hunter Henry. Henry finds daylight across the 40, still on his feet, lowering his shoulder, and he picks up a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. But there is Laundry, though, back in the backfield, and this one may be coming back on a hold.
Yeah, just a really nice run. I did not see the hold around the left side. Looks like they were officials were Yeah, just did a unfortunate early mistake. Sometimes you just trying to make a play and that jersey gets pulled a little bit and it looks like a hold. So it'll back the Bulldogs back up, but they still have 2 tight ends in the game. So I would expect early here for New Waverly to try and establish the running game.
Zeke Barahel, the receiver, down to the left side. 1 receiver up top to the right. It's a 10-yard penalty. Bring up first down and 20. Now back at the 26. Garrett in the gun. He'll keep it here. Garrett lowering his shoulder, powers his way forward in between the marks. And the ball pops out, but only after he hits the deck. And we're going to call this one a gain up to around near that original line of scrimmage. He picked up 9 yards to around the 34-yard line, so a good 9-yard carry on 1st and 20.
Yeah, so they'll have a long second here, maybe a passing down, but looks like they're still New Waverly's trying to, with the personnel they have in there, committed to establishing the run.
The big man is in there. Houston Forrester will line up as a tight end on that right side. 1 receiver to either side. Garrett in the gun. Running back behind him is Henry. 9:19 to go here in the first. Here's the handoff. Henry using his big body, backpedaling his way near the left hash mark across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And now it's 3rd down and manageable for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, there's just an inside handoff here. Hunter Henry is a tough runner. He's tough to tackle. Spins off a lot of the time when he gets close to people. 3rd down, I would expect to see probably another run here as New Waverly's trying to establish some dominance at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like about 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs. There was an injured player out there for the moment. It was Colby Bumstead, but he was able to get up under his own pressure. That's a tough competitor out there. The tight end on the other side of the ball plays defensive end for the Kountze Lions. He is making his way off. A couple of staff there around him, but he looks like hopefully just a little bit of a stinger for that young man.
Yeah, so, as New Waverly is trying to establish the run, you got 2 tight ends in the game. The pass is always an option with somebody that's strong like Kate Garrett, but, we'll see what happens here.
Here we go on 3rd down and 5. Garrett in the gun. Henry offset to his right hip. Handoff goes to Henry, left side. Henry finds a hole. He's across and brought down, but he got enough for the first down. He needed 5. He got 6. Move those chains. It's another McGilberry mechanical heating and cooling first down for New Waverly. This time it will stand. The chains move.
Yeah, really an important play for New Waverly on 3rd down to get those first downs. I was saying earlier about Kountze not being great on 3rd down.
First down and 10 here for New Waverly. Another handoff goes to Garrett this time, Henry, the right side. A little zigzag misdirection back on the right hash marks. He gets it up to the 50. It's a 3-yard carry. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I think with the clock running now in the first quarter, I anticipate Coach Strati just wanting to continue to establish the run with 2nd and 6.
Zeke Barahel remains the receiver all by himself to the left side, 1 up top to the right on 2nd and 6 here for the Bulldogs. 8:10 to go in the first. Here's Henry again, getting behind that A gap on the left side, able to lunge forward to around the 46-yard line. And another 3rd down and manageable coming up here for New Waverly. Under 8 minutes to go in the Charlie's Used Cars first and trailing 7-0.
Yeah, New Waverly just continuing to pound this to the left and to the right. It's just old school football here, trying to beat your man up front.
Talked about those 2 tight ends. Watto, I believe, lining up as 1 there on the left. Here we go in just a few moments as Kate Garrett will keep Zeke Barahel in to motion, and we've got a whistle and a flag here, and there may have been a false start. Still had 12 on the play clock, so there was plenty of time there. And that's a tough break. 3rd penalty already in this ball game in under 5 minutes to start out of the gate here for New Waverly. They're going to have to find a way to be a little more disciplined, and they will, Ed.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to, you got the pregame jitters are gone at this point. You're into the first quarter. You have to just focus on what your job is, focus on the snap count, whatever it is. But this may change it to a passing down.
Did I call that correctly? Did Watto line up as a tight end there
on
the left?
That's correct.
That's what I wanted to make sure of because I saw him come out. Here we go. Now it's 3rd and 8. Same play, Barahel in motion. Here's Garrett looking to pass as he is dodging through 1 defender at the 35. Hails this one over right side. This one well incomplete. He was looking in the direction of Zane Sykes, and that's all about he could do. He had 2 defenders on him. and a good sportsmanship out there by the Kountze defensive player that was helping him up. Chase Jones, the offensive lineman senior, gave him a pat on the back.
Yeah, so, smartly, Garrett avoids the pressure, and then really I think he was just he was looking at the receiver, but he just tossed this one away. I don't know what this is going to be. This could be a pooch kick right here. Hard to say.
Noah Vick is in here. We typically see kind of a pooch kick here on these plays. Cade Garrett facing 4th down and 8, and that's exactly what it's going to be from around the 45. There's nothing pooch about this. A nice one. It'll drop around the 15. The returnman has it across the 30, left side being chased, and finally able to go out of bounds around the 40. That initial hit was coming there from Hunter McBride and company, but a good starting field position here on the second possession now for the Lions, leading 7-0, 6:56 to go here in the first.
Yeah, unfortunately, another flag out of bounds there. Just a late hit on the Kountze sideline. That one, some of these are a little incidental. That the officials have been a little flag happy, but if it's out of bounds, it's out of bounds. You got to know where you are on the field.
Should be another one of those variety if they leave it where it stands, and that is in fact what it is. Should move it 10. Looks like they're just going to wave this one off. So they decide to wave this one off, Ed. No foul on the play, and they will start here. Kountze will once again on their own 39-yard line. So it's back-to-back possessions now for Kountze, where they've started on their own 39. They've got the lead, 7-0, 6:56 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. Quarterback Cam Johnson in there for Kountze. The Lions have it here moving from left to right. 2 receivers to the right. Nobody up top to the left. Johnson in the gun. Claps for it. Rolls over. Now wants to run. Across the 40. Left side he goes near the 45. And finally brought down after a healthy gain on first down. Will bring up second and a little bit easier here for the Lions.
Yeah, look, this is traditionally, throughout this season been a passing team, but they're able to run effectively behind their big offensive line right now. New Waverly's got to step up and make some plays in the vicinity of the line of scrimmage, and probably just keep fresh legs in on that defensive front.
Trent Bruno in there now as a running back. It was a 5-yard carry. Here is Bruno. He has it. Bruno to the left side as he'll lower his shoulder in between the marks on that left side and guts it for a first down. Looks like to the New Waverly 49 as he crosses over the half-century mark.
Yeah, just they are definitely attacking the left side, the right side of this New Waverly defense. Right down along the Kountze sideline. It's been, I think, if we say what the play caller is going to do, he's probably going to attack left, and then come back to the right.
Hunter Kunk, the tight end here on the right side. 2 receivers down to the right for Kountze. It's 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 49, 5:55 to go here in the first. Here is the handoff. It'll go right back over to Bruno. Bruno trying to find daylight, but he won't find it as he is slammed down on the ground. Right back at the original line of scrimmage by Houston Forrester, bringing the axe, chopping some wood here early.
Yeah, there was important pressure from the linebackers there. There was some movement on the Kountze side here. It wasn't called, but just one of the near side linemen moved. So, there's a lot of film with them moving a little bit early. So we'll see if that gets called during the game.
Kel Carr, Trace French down to the right side here for Kountze. As the quarterback Johnson will hand off back into the hands of his running back Bruno, and Bruno this time stopped for what should be another loss on the play. Great job again. I didn't see who got that hit.
Yeah,
I know Forrester was in that area, but it's some other guys.
That was Mason Bueller coming up big for his team. Good pressure from the New Waverly linebackers, but Mason Bueller made a good stop. They're in 3rd and long. This is a situation where Kountze has struggled.
3rd down and 15 for the Lions on their home turf tonight, holding on to a 7-0 advantage with 4:42 to go in the Charlie's Used Cars first. Trace Jordan back in there at the running back. 2 receivers down to the right. The New Waverly fans are rattling the bells here in Kountze, Texas. Quarterback Johnson calls for it, step back, 3 steps. Now looking to pass, throws over his right shoulder. This one caught wide open was Bumstead. Bumstead will flip his way forward. He needed 15. He got about 17 on that play up to the 35. He was wide open.
Yeah, and Bumstead is the favored receiver. Number 8 is pretty much, the sophomore, the big receiver. Also, he'll go after Cale Carr. But this is a first down, so it's going to change, the dynamics as they're on their Bulldog 35.
Isaac Carter, for the moment, was on the right side. He'll now shift up top to the left alongside Cale Carr as 2 receivers there, 1 down to the right side. And looking over to the sidelines, Trace Jordan, the running back, alongside his quarterback, Cam Johnson. So here we go for Kountze, first down and 10 from the Bulldog 35. Shotgun snap. Handoff will go over to the right side to Jordan.
Ball's loose.
Jordan, the ball pops out. Forrester was down there near it. And I believe New Waverly picks it up. Oh, baby, it's New Waverly football. And off the bottom of that pile, I believe, if that was 1, Ed, was that Nathan? Who was that down there? I don't think it was 1.
Dylan Thomas.
It was Dylan Thomas.
Yeah, that is Dylan Thomas, number 1.
Got to get that updated on my roster. It still shows Nathan Dimfrey on there.
Yeah.
So Dylan Thomas coming up with the big snag.
Yeah, big hit. Looked like it was Noah Vick coming up big. So going back to with the offense with 2 tight ends in the game, but they're not in the tight end position. So a little change here. A new running back in the game, Trey Davis.
Second possession here for New Waverly. They will start on their own 31, first and 10. Garrett fakes the handoff, rolls to the left. Now trying to dodge through defenders, and he'll go down. The initial hit brought him down was Colby Bumstead, and a loss on the play. They're going to call it a sack, even though he started to take off to run. And that will move that original line back just a couple of yards. We'll see where they filled this one. I think it was about maybe just a 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, it just looked like there's some confusion there in the backfield between Garrett and Davis. Not sure what was the intended play was. It looked like it was going to be a handoff.
They'll call it a 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13. Forrester, and there's the tight end to the left. 2 receivers up top to the right. Ball on the left hash on a 2nd and 13. Now New Waverly fumbles it. Garrett falls back on it. It was miscommunication with his running back there as he was trying to shovel it over to him. Running back wasn't ready. The ball falls down, but Garrett luckily drops back on it. But that's going to move it now even closer to the 20.
Yeah, so, you get an opportunity to get in the game, you got to be ready at those moments. It looks like with this long 3rd and 19, it's going to move New Waverly into more of a passing offense as one of the tight ends comes out of the game.
2 receivers up there to that right side. Kenton Reese, I believe it is, the sophomore wide receiver, part of a 2-receiver package. Here's Garrett rolling to that right side. Garrett from the 15 throws over his right shoulder. This one well out of the reach of the intended receiver. He was looking for Hunter Henry. And New Waverly's going to have to punt this one away on 4th and 19.
Yeah, just not having a lot of time for Garrett to work with. Penetration coming across that defensive front of Kountze. So Garrett trying to get the ball downfield to his receiver. Hunter Henry was in the area, but it was not really near an intended receiver. Looks like this may be another pooch punt coming up here.
Cade Garrett set to punt this one away, and set back to receive is Trace French, the senior. Garrett will punt this one from around the 11-yard line. And unfortunately, back-to-back punts here for New Waverly after they recovered a fumble just moments ago. High snap. Garrett gets on it, gets this one away, end over end. This one flips over to French. French has it, 45-50 left side, into New Waverly territory, and down near the out-of-bounds marker on that far left side to around the 46-yard line. We'll keep things right here. Do want to welcome everyone in. Dylan Schaub joining us tonight. Dylan, good to hear from you from Baylor Bear Country, chiming in saying, let's go Bulldogs. Jody Tyson saying, go Dogs. And also Charles McDowell saying hi to Ed and myself, watching from Montgomery. Dogs are hurting for the Lions. Go Dogs.
Yeah, so, I think that Kountze is really kind of in a good position. New Waverly's got to step up right now and make a big stop.
So here we go for New Waverly. They have it, or beg your pardon, for Kountze. They have it on the Bulldog 45. Moving from left to right with the lead. 7:02, 2:05 to go on the Charlie's Used Cars first. Here's a pass to the left side. A dagger thrown to Trace French. Short of the first down marker. We'll see where they officially spot this. He may have been about a yard short. If so, it's a 9-yard gain on that first down pass. It is 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, they really pass more. They like passing more to the left-hand side. I don't know if it's because they want to pass to their bench, but they generally will attack that left side of the field.
Two receivers down to the right side. One of them down there, Cade Bumstead, who had a grab earlier on a long third down. Here is a handoff, though. Spinning around, still on his feet, chasing those right hash marks down to the 30. It is enough for a first down. And a nice run on that play by D.K. Taylor, the junior. That'll move the chains. And Kountze has done a very effective job tonight in moving the sticks and bringing this ball down the field, Ed.
Yeah, look, you gotta make a play across that defensive front. Somebody's got to make a play, like right there.
There you go. It was a handoff and a nice job on the play, and the tackle made there by Jackson Hathorn for a loss of 1 to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Jackson just penetrated his gap and then was right there to meet the ball carrier. So a short, getting a stop, put him in 2nd and long.
Cam Johnson in the gun, stands on the 35 on 2nd and 10. It's actually, they just gave him back. Here is Johnson to the left side. He's going to take it here to the 40. Still trying to find his way, lunges forward for a short gain. And that will bring up 3rd down and long, and a huge opportunity here for this New Waverly defense to get a stop.
Yeah, so this is another 3rd and long where they don't do well. New Waverly's pursuit was really nice on that. They did give up a couple of yards, but they got them in a 3rd and 6. Got to make a stop right here. Kountze has not generally been tough on 3rd down throughout the season. 3rd
down and long here for the Lions. The running back in there, D.K. Taylor. 2 receivers down to the right is Trace French alongside Cade Bumstead. And here we go for New Waverly. Coach Schaub, though, is going to walk out onto the field here for a few moments. Clock is ticking down, and I think they're going to go ahead and just let this first quarter come to an end. They will, and that will wrap up the Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. The Lions, with the early advantage, 7-0, will step aside and take a break. A second quarter action about to get underway. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on the all-new Bulldog Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Again, stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Are you looking for the perfect place to satisfy your Mexican food cravings? Look no further than Rodeo Mexican Restaurant in Huntsville. Established in April 2003, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant is a family-owned and operated establishment that brings you the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. From flautas and tamales to chimichangas and mouth-watering drinks, there's something for everyone. Planning a game night to support the New Waverly Bulldogs? Why not make it a fiesta with Rodeo Mexican Restaurant's extensive takeout menu? So come on down with your friends and family to enjoy the best local Mexican food in Huntsville. Visit our website at www.rodeomexicanrestaurant.com to place your order for delivery or pickup today. Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, where every meal is a fiesta.
New Waverly football action continues on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Now back to the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth, along with analyst Ed Watto. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
3rd and 7 coming up as New Waverly and Kountze all at it here in Southeast Texas. The Lions with the 7-0 advantage, 12 back on the board. Our season broadcast brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts in celebrating life. We also want to thank 3 Spoons Yogurt for Bulldog fans. Come to chill. Also, Cabins and More of Texas. Find your perfect space with Cabins and More of Texas. Visit CAMOTX.com today. Here we go from right to left. Here is a handoff. And stopped down on the play, nowhere to go. Dylan Thomas and company was there, and that's going to move the chains back. It was 3rd and 7, and there's that 3rd down stop that you needed if you're the New Waverly defense.
Yeah, it looks like you got the whole pursuit of New Waverly was beautiful. Beautiful on that play. Dylan Thomas, you got him in a 4th down. Getting that 3rd down stop ultimately was really important, but we still got to play on 4th down with whatever looks like they're going to go for it based upon where they are on the field.
Isaac Carter, Trace French, 2 receivers, actually triplets now to that right side. 4 receiver set. Down to the left is Kel Carr, and the running back is in there, D.K. Taylor. Here's the quarterback Johnson stepping back, airs one left side. This one up, it's intercepted by Thomas. Thomas at the 4-yard line hauls it down. He has a fumble recovery and now an interception, and the Bulldogs will take it right back here on the first play of the second quarter.
Yeah, huge play for Dylan Thomas. It was 4th down. So you're kind of in that weird situation where it may have been better to drop it. But he intercepted it. So you're now down and you got to punch this one out. They're going to go back in with 2 tight ends into the game. We'll see whether they run one as a lead blocker or what, but you've got to get the big defensive front of Kountze out of the way and make something happen.
I got a little excited. That register looked over at me, shook his head. He said he should have dropped it. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 5 for New Waverly. And the Lions will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Yeah, Ed, sometimes on those those snaps I get a little excited, but you're right. You should have dropped that one. Like I said, Matt looked over at me. He's like, man, I wish he would have just dropped that one. But nonetheless, the Bulldogs, with their defense coming up huge here tonight so far. They gave up the 7 early, 11:08 to go in this Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second quarter. Do want to thank some more of our sponsors. We appreciate the generous support from Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, where honest work meets community focus, keeping Walker County safe and smiling since 1999. Also, my good friend Robert Lindeman of HITTSS Solutions, Player Development and Real Estate, helping to instruct the stars to shine. We bring you home. And Robert did call me, said someone from this New Waverly broadcast that was listening actually has one of their student athletes now in his softball and baseball player development. So it was great to hear that from Robert.
Oh, that's fantastic. So New Waverly lined up. They got to punch this out of here right now. It's they're on the 5. It's going to be a grind to get it up the field.
1st down and 10 here as Cade Garrett will stand in his own end zone. Low snap, handoff Henry, left side. Henry pushing the group forward. That ball was on the 5, and I think he may have picked up 1 or 2. Got to have a little bit of separation. Look for a little bit more here on 2nd.
Yeah, just a short gain to the left side. I got to have these handoffs developing very quickly and move that line of scrimmage and stay on your block and block to the whistle.
One receiver to either side. Henry will remain to the right hip of Cade Garrett from the 7 after the 2-yard gain. Low snap, handoff Garrett this time as he goes to the right. Back inside, spinning around like a top, and he is near that 1st down marker. I think he may have been about a yard short. He needed 8. I think he got 7, Ed.
Yeah, this was all Hunter Henry. Really, it looked like the snap was in a weird spot. It's 3rd and 1. You got to get a 1st down here.
Doable situation here for New Waverly. Ball on the right hash mark, 3rd and 1 from the 14. Here's the shotgun snap. Garrett, though, kept it and still on his feet, spinning around. Garrett trying to elude defender. Somehow he still goes, and he's now brought down in the backfield. I'm not sure if that was just a mishap there on a handoff or not, but Garrett, unfortunately, gets stopped for a loss, and they're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, just, running back or Garrett, one of the two turned to the wrong side. The running back was on the wrong side. Don't know who, it's basically both are at fault. But to add a little insult to injury, Garrett really, he's got to get to the point where he needs to throw that away.
Yeah, it was an 8-yard loss. Now it brings up 4th and 9. Garrett will punt this one away halfway in his own end zone. Set back to receive is Trace French. Here is the snap, the punt on the way. Good punt here as this one will sell and takes a drop in favor of New Waverly around the 43-yard line. We'll step aside, take a break. More to come as we continue here. It's New Waverly Bulldog football on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. Stay with us.
Hey, New Waverly sports fans, Robert Lindeman here. Dream of shining on the field? At HITTSS Solutions Player Development, we're all about helping instruct the stars to shine. Every player has the brilliance within. We're here to magnify it. Dive deep into the fundamentals of baseball and softball with proven strategies and top-tier techniques. But it's not just about physical skills. We unlock the mental side of the game. Learn the ABCs, attitude, belief, confidence, and the list goes on, shaping you into the best player God created you to be. Remember, as individuals shine, the whole team rises to victory. At HITTSS Solutions, we believe every star deserves its moment. And speaking of stars, HITTSS Solutions Player Development is proud to support New Waverly football. Here's to a stellar season. For more information, visit HITTSS.com.
Trace Jordan in the backfield alongside his quarterback Cam Johnson. Great field position here for Kountze as they will start on the New Waverly 43, leading 7-0, 9:14 to go here in the second. Here is the pass over the left side, well overthrew his defender. There it's incomplete outside the 30. He was looking in the direction of Isaac Carter. Good pressure brought there by that front 4 by New Waverly.
Yeah, Houston Forrester was in his face. It caused Cam Johnson to have to put a little more arc on the ball, and so you got him into 2nd down.
Well, the mosquitoes are coming out here tonight in Kountze, Texas. We're up high in our visitor stands. Generator powering us. We're having fun. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson in the gun. Running back to his left. That is Jordan. Hands off to Jordan. Right side across the 40, 35. Trying to get to the 30. Angling his way and finally pushed out of bounds down there by Brody Watto. But he does appear to have enough for the first down as he needed 10. I think he got about 12.
Yeah, we're just not setting the edge there. I'm not sure what's happening with, the safeties not coming up to make the play there, whether they're missing or as soon as the ball crosses the line of scrimmage, they should be reading run and coming up to make the play.
Got it to the 29-yard line. It is enough for a first. Johnson in the gun, running back to his left, 2 receivers to the left. Johnson will keep it here. As he stutter steps his way, flags will fly. And we'll see if there was a hold somewhere along there. It was in the secondary of New Waverly, however. A little bit of a stutter step across the 30 as he was pushed back for a moment. It didn't look like he gained much, if anything at all. And we'll see what the laundry is that's resting around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go against, I didn't quite see the call there because we're looking at it from the backside. It looks like it's going against Kountze as they step it off. And the head official was communicating with the coach from Kountze.
You know what? You're right. I never thought about it on these away games. We always try to sit with our fans in the away side of the stand, so the officials' backs are always to us. And typically they'll hold their hands up to where you can see, but sometimes we can't see because there's a lot of bodies in the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you got a 1st and long here. You just got to work this as a defense and make sure that, look, they have run towards their bench all night long. So that part of the field has got to be covered with, the receivers covered, but it's got to be covered by the safety.
Jordan, the running back, 3 down to the left. Johnson will step back in the shotgun from the 45 over his right shoulder. This one, Thomas intercepts it again for the 2nd time tonight across the 10, 15, 20, spinning around, and there you go, Dylan Thomas with another interception, and he's coming alive tonight for the New Waverly Bulldog defense.
Yeah, so that makes a big difference. Cam Johnson had all kinds of time to make a decision there. Lofted that one up. He's got a long release. He must be a baseball player because he kind of winds up. He drops the ball way below his waist. But here we got to get the offense on the field. Got to make something happen with 8:02 to go in the quarter.
New Waverly will have it from their own 22-yard line, trailing 7-0, 8:02 to go here in this Rodeo Mexican Bar and Grill 2nd quarter. That's the interception you can get excited about. The 3rd turnover now into the hands of Dylan Thomas. 1 a fumble, 2 interceptions. Here's a handoff to Hunter Henry, I believe, as he tries to lower his right shoulder, and he's met by a host of Lions. And no gain on the play will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs with 7:49 and ticking again here in the 2nd. I want to welcome everybody in once again. Thanks for joining us tonight here on SHN for New Waverly Bulldog football. Let us know you're out there. The Bulldog fan text line is open. You can text us at 512-522-9105. Let us know you're out there and who you're cheering on tonight. We do have another running back in there for New Waverly. It's Trey Davis II. Here's a shotgun snap, handoff over to Davis as he goes left, now to the right side, and it takes a few to bring him down. And finally, boy, a slam down there by Chase Jones as he was reliving some of his younger days growing up watching a little WWE.
Yeah, we're just getting, they're getting off the blocks of New Waverly, Kountze is, and it's making all the difference. We got to move these guys out of there, make some space. It is a hefty defensive line, but it is not a ginormous defensive line. New Waverly's just got to block.
Here's a shotgun snap. Garrett rolls over, pass over, dart. This one is not caught by Forster, but pops into the hands of Zane Sykes. Way to stay after it, Sykes, and I think on that deflection, I think he has enough for the Bulldog first down. You'll take it how you can get it.
We'll take it however we can get it, and I think that's the 2nd time he has I think that's the 2nd time this year that he has picked up, a reception off of a bumped-up pass, a tipped pass.
That is a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling Bulldogs first down. Here's Hunter Henry as he leaps forward. He is slammed to the ground. but not after about a 9, maybe even a 10-yard gain. I think he got 10, and that should move the sticks yet again, this time at the 44-yard line.
So you got a little momentum now. You got to keep moving the chains. You got to just keep working down the field. Whatever you're doing right now, it's working. Get the blocking up front. Let's keep this momentum going.
It's another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. Now in the 40, just beyond the 40-yard line here for New Waverly. The running game continues. It's Dylan Thomas, and he will lunge his way forward for a hard-fought 6 yards to the 50-yard line right at the half-century mark. It'll bring up second down and a manageable 4 for New Waverly.
Yeah, I really like this changing up of the running backs. I think as a former college defender, it makes a lot of sense. Each running back has a style of run and style of play that the defense gets used to. 2
receivers stacked there on the right, 1 up top to the left. Here's a pass in the flats. It will go over to Zane Sykes. Sykes lowers his shoulder on that right sideline across the 45 and down to the 42-yard line. A great move and yards after the catch by Zane Sykes, the junior here for New Waverly. That will move the chains yet again on another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down.
Yeah, that was just a great play into the flat to Sykes. There were 2 receivers in the area. Garrett threw it right over, and you get another first down. Keep the drive moving.
On the 43 of Kountze, here is the handoff over to Thomas. He batters off the back of one of his offensive linemen. Stiff arms with the left hand, still on his feet across the 40 and finally out of bounds. And boy, that stiff arm helped him escape from what would have been a sure loss to pick up positive yardage and bring up second and long.
Yeah, it wound up being, I thought he was going to get tackled for a loss of 5. He gained 4 on that play. Really a nice thing, but hey, let's get back to a little more conservative. Let's block up front, let's make some space, and let's get first downs.
Forster will line up as the up back. Here's another handoff to Thomas, this time across the 35 on the right hash mark. He's very close to another Bulldog first down. I think this time he's going to be stopped just short, but it will be 3rd and short coming up for New Waverly as he got it inside the 35-yard line of Kountze. It's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, as the clock ticks under 5 minutes, you got to get a first down here. It's 3rd, really, in the length of a football. You got to get a first down.
Here's Garrett in the gun. Thomas remains in there as the back. Handoff goes to Thomas, right side, spinning forward. That extra effort, I believe he got very close, Ed, to the first down. He leapt forward at the last moment. One of the line judges came forward on that far side from us, but the judge that's near us may have said it was right back, but there is laundry there, and we'll see what that is.
I'm just not sure. I'm not loving, and if anybody from UIL is listening, I'm not loving the way the line judges are moving around. Once they get the spot, they need to stay. It looks like it's going against Kountze, so it was immaterial. That's why they were moving around. All right, I'll give him some slack on that.
And Watto will retract.
Yeah.
That does move the chains on another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. Now inside the 30, fumble on the ground. It's picked up by Kountze. Boy, it just rolled around and went right to the hands of Nathan Barker. My goodness, and that'll kill the momentum and kill the drive for New Waverly.
Yeah, just a really, really tough break. I don't know what happened that the ball got snapped. Nobody was ready except for the center. It's just a really unfortunate mistake this early in the game.
4:10 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Bar and Grill second quarter. Kountze with the lead, 7-0, and a drive that started for New Waverly on their own 22 will stall at the 30 of the Lions. And now Kountze will move from right to left. They'll put Trey French down as part of a 2-receiver package to the left side alongside Kel Carr. 2 other receivers up top is the big 1-8 Isaac Carter alongside his teammate Cade Bumstead all the way up top to the right. Here's Johnson. Johnson will hand off to his back and nothing there. Back to the original line of scrimmage as he is tackled. And I believe it was Dylan Thomas getting that initial hit for no gain. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas, Noah Vick, and Jude Shields all have a nice play there. Got to make plays like that. It's going to be a 2nd and long. Got to get these guys to 3rd down.
2nd and 10 here as Johnson in the gun. Running back offset. A little bit of pressure brought for a moment. This one up, caught. I don't think that was the intended receiver, but it doesn't matter as he caught it around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, just tossing that one to the outside. They're changing up a lot of players here, trying to get some fresh legs in there on the defensive front. They're in third down, so New Waverly's got to make a stop right here.
It's third down and 3 with 3:12 to go here in the second. One running back here with 3 receivers, 2 of them down to the left. Johnson, pressure now being chased, throws over right side, caught, first down, 40, 35, or 45, 50 near it. And the reception was made by Isaac Carter. I know we've had some folks on the YouTube stream requesting that we pan out, and unfortunately it's just the angle that we're at here tonight on the visitor side of the stands. We're up at the very top, but these stands don't go very high. And if we zoomed out a little bit more, all you'd really be able to see is just more heads of the crowd. So we apologize for the tight shot, but that's about as good as we can get it here tonight. That does move the chains, though, with 2:40 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Bar and Grill. Second quarter, 7-0, Lions lead, and they're moving again, this time on their own 48-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Johnson calls for it. Here is the handoff, goes to his running back, D.K. Taylor. And boy, Taylor gets behind an 18-wheeler. And he's able to lunge that one forward for about 10 yards or so, and that should move the sticks here on a healthy gain of 10 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, just, they're going back to the run. They've had those 2 interceptions, really resulted in just sort of losses of field position. So they're, Kountze is going back to the run, which they've been pretty effective at.
They did give him the first down. He just got 10 yards. Now on the New Waverly 42. D.K. Taylor, the running back, to the right hip of Cam Johnson. 2 receivers to the left, 1 up top to the right. Here is the handoff, goes to Taylor. Taylor breaks through 1 defender across the 40 as he picks up a short gain, and 2nd and long on the horizon.
Yeah, it looks like, you had a short gain. Houston Forrester, Brody Watto in there. You got him in 2nd and long. You've got to make a stop here. As the clock ticks below 2 minutes. You don't want to give up any momentum right before halftime.
4 up front for New Waverly. Houston Forrester on that right side. He's going to try to attack. Here's the handoff. D.K. Taylor, he goes to the right side. Flag flies way from back deep. There on the offensive side is that back judge threw at the referee, actually, and this may be against against Kountze.
Yeah, it was in the area of holding. The referee always has a really good look at what's going on with the offensive line if there's a lead blocker. So he probably saw, some big rap. They've got the big number 70 there. He's a big kid, not necessarily a big, muscular kid, but he's just big and tall, almost like a basketball player. I think he had somebody sort of wrapped up.
10-yard penalty will move him back now. 2nd and 19, 1:18 to go, and ticking now in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second quarter. The running back Trace Jordan in there alongside quarterback Cam Johnson. 2 receivers down to the left. On that near left side is Kel Carr, and right next to him is French. And a timeout is called here by the Lions. We'll keep it right here, Ed, as we go ahead and thank some more of our great sponsors. We appreciate them being with us here tonight.
Yeah, I'm after the long ride over here, I could use some DoubleDave's Pizzaworks. Get it while it's hot. And you know what? It's still always that time of year when you live in Texas. McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling. We offer a complete range of HVAC services for Huntsville, Texas, and the surrounding areas. And Vicki McKenzie Real Estate. Your perfect home is just a play away. And Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority at Charlie's Used Cars.
Appreciate it, Ed. Appreciate all those sponsors for helping us make this coverage possible. Of course, the season presented by our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Ed, still some time here. Kountze just calls the timeout. They only have 1 remaining. New Waverly has all 3 with 1:04 to go here in the second, and it's 2nd and 19. Get a couple of quick stops here, and we'll see what New Waverly, at this point, do you call a timeout if you get a stop?
Yeah, I think you do, because I think you've got, some field goal kickers that can make something happen. You're at 2nd and very long, but Kountze has been trying to work this clock down a little bit to not give New Waverly time. So here we go.
New Waverly fans are making noise here in the stands. It is a handoff over the left side. Boy, they do a little trickeration of their own as they bounce this one over to their big man, Chase Jones, the offensive lineman who comes in as a back. And Jones is able to use that big body. He's a senior, and He did not. He got about a 16-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. So here is a critical opportunity for this New Waverly Bulldog defense. I think that kind of threw off everybody on that play.
Yeah, I think it was just, the New Waverly has just got to wrap up. Doesn't matter how big they are. You just got to wrap them up and hold on for dear life.
They lined him up as a tight end. They've done it here again, so get ready for that. This time they'll hand off over the right side. Running backwards is Jordan. Oh, he's tackled in the backfield. A big stop on the play. Mason Bueller, everyone. How about that on 3rd down? The clock is ticking, and we'll see if New Waverly calls a timeout. They may just let this one run, Ed. It's down to 10 seconds. Boy.
Somebody's calling a timeout. Looks like Kountze did. Looks like they'll have enough time for at least one more play. Huge play by Mason Bueller. Coming up big. Nice pressure from Houston Forrester. But look, that's the level of toughness that you need to get. You can't have those big play letdowns, but if you do, you got to make up for it with something like that. Nice job by Mason Bueller.
Boy, Bueller just put Trace Jordan way back there, said, why don't you trace this on your paper, and took him back. But 10 seconds remain. The timeout, the final timeout, was called by Kountze. They have the lead 7-0, 10 seconds here in the second. Despite giving up that early, I think this has just really been a first half of penalties here for New Waverly. You take some of those away and a couple of costly turnovers, and this would be a very different ball game right now.
Yeah, you got to rise to the occasion here. You got to not eliminate the mistakes, the fumbles that New Waverly's had, the snap that led to a fumble. The turnovers, you got to eliminate that. You absolutely have to eliminate the penalties.
Carr and French down to the left. Look for a pass here on 4th down. Beg your pardon. It is 4th down and 19. With 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Mason steps back, now being chased, still on his feet, and he goes out of bounds with 2 seconds remaining. Only a 2-yard gain to around the 40-yard line. And that's a turnover on downs. You're kind of in that awkward position here. All you can really do is just air something and hope for it. We know Garrett has an arm, but I would almost think that New Waverly may just, I don't know, Ed. I don't know this team well enough to know if Schaub would try to air something down there and make it happen, or just take a knee and say, you know what, we'll come back in the second half and fight our way through this.
Yeah, I don't know. If you do score, it's, if you get that opportunity, it's going to be a big momentum shift in the game. It looks to me like with the timeout, did he call a timeout? He did not call a timeout.
He did not. New Waverly will have it here with 2 seconds remaining in the first half on their own 39-yard line. And we'll see what package Schaub brings out. Noah Vick is the running back in there, so we know that this more than likely, nothing on Vick. A lot of times Henry would be in there, but we've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 down. That receiver on the right got off to an early start. They're going to let him take it here. It is Thomas, and it's incomplete. And he may have got a false start anyways, and that will end the first half 7-0 as the Bulldogs shut out. But this could have been a lot different. I expect the Bulldogs to come out with even more intensity. Coach is going to talk to him at halftime, say, hey, limit the turnovers, limit the penalties, and we can take this game tonight here in Kountze, Texas.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You got to get these guys fired up. They have seemed very flat, and there's been lots of penalties. So, there's been some individual effort that has been good. That has, we haven't seen them playing as a team, and certainly not the way that we know that they're capable of.
And remember, New Waverly will get the ball to start the second quarter as well. So 28's on the board here at halftime. Again, in Kountze, Texas, it's the Lions on their senior night, leading the New Waverly Bulldogs 7-0. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. And then Ed Watto and I will have you just for a few moments on the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come here. It's New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on SHN.
Are you looking for the perfect place to satisfy your Mexican food cravings? Look no further than Rodeo Mexican Restaurant in Huntsville. Established in April 2003, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant is a family-owned and operated establishment that brings you the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. From flautas and tamales to chimichangas and mouth-watering drinks, there's something for everyone. Planning a game night to support the New Waverly Bulldogs? Why not make it a fiesta with Rodeo Mexican Restaurant's extensive takeout menu? So come on down with your friends and family to enjoy the best local Mexican food in Huntsville. Visit our website at www.rodeomexicanrestaurant.com to place your order for delivery or pickup today. Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, where every meal is a fiesta. Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
I'm Lisa Branch here with a special shout out to all the New Waverly football fans. Let's make this season a game changer, both on the field and in the classroom too. At LearningRX in Huntsville, we go beyond tutoring to supercharge your brain. Our ReadRX program combines reading instruction with brain training, taking an unconventional yet highly effective approach to learning reading. With one-on-one training sessions, we focus on core cognitive skills like working memory and auditory processing. The results? An average auditory processing gain of 19 points for children and teens with learning struggles. We personalize each program, from kids who crave a challenge to adults wanting to sharpen their skills. Located just a short drive from New Waverly, we're your local solution for enhancing learning at any age. Ready to unlock new strengths and potentials? Visit us online at learningrx.com/Huntsville or visit us at 49 State Highway 75 North in Huntsville. LearningRX Huntsville, where we make learning easier and more exciting. Let's excel on our terms.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
The first two chapters have been written. Where do the Bulldogs stand at the half? It's time for the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. Here's Rob Hipp.
Welcome back, friends. Time I get next to Ed Watto, I get choked up, man. This is the Ed Watto. We are up here in the Hit Solutions broadcast booth on the visitor side tonight. We want to welcome you in, and thanks to everybody for being here with us as we are at halftime right now. New Waverly trailing the Kountze Lions 7-0. We've still got 25 on the board again as we just get underway here in this halftime show, again brought to you by Nelson Amaya's Collision Center. Each team touching the ball 5 times in that first half, and this is kind of the rundown of how it looked. And Ed, we can kind of walk through this. Kountze got off right away on the right foot. They started a drive on their own 39-yard line. It was an 18-yard quarterback keeper by Cam Johnson as he took it in to score. At that point, 10:27 to go in the first, 7-0. That's been the only score on the board. New Waverly gets it. They punt it, though. Then a ball into the hands of Kountze. Started again from their own 39. They fumble it, this time picked up by Dylan Thomas. New Waverly gets it back. They're not able to capitalize off the turnover. They punt it away. Kountze gets it back again. They started the New Waverly 45, and that was kind of the ill-advised, one of those ill-advised interceptions by Dylan Thomas. Once again, New Waverly, though, not able to capitalize on that turnover as they punt it on the ensuing possession. Kountze gets it back once again on the New Waverly 43. So it's almost like deja vu on all of these possessions. It's another interception, this time a good interception by Dylan Thomas. But then New Waverly fumbles it on the ensuing possession. Kountze has it. They start from their own 30, a turnover on downs, and then with 2 seconds, there's not really a whole lot you can do for New Waverly on their own 39 as they end the half. You talk about 3 turnovers and not able to score on any one of those. I guarantee that's going to be a talking point in the locker room alongside some of the ill-advised penalties early on for New Waverly.
Yeah, the penalties and then not going up the field, not turning one of those turnovers into points. Even if you came away with a field goal, if you're 7-3 right now, you'd be feeling a lot better at halftime. Look, there's a lot of work that has to be done in this second half, and New Waverly's got to commit themselves when they get the ball.
We'll send it down to the field. The New Waverly Marching Band is down there tonight. I know we're on the visitor side, but they are down there playing, so we want to make sure that we highlight these bands. They do such hard work behind the scenes. We want to give them their due credit. Ed and I will be back about 2 or 3 minutes prior to the second half kickoff. Stay with us as we continue the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. New Waverly trailing Kountze here in Kountze, Texas, 7-0 at halftime. We'll be back in just a few moments. Enjoy the band.
performance. The Aristocats are directed by Miss Morgan Rutledge and Mrs. Leslie Harrelson. The Aristocats are led onto the field by Captain Miss Haley Harrington, First Lieutenant Miss Kate Dills, Lieutenant Miss Dana Hicks, Sergeant Miss Ashley Swanson, and Sergeant Miss Cameron Copeland. The social officers are Miss Hope Oliphant and Miss Zoe Goodman. The managers are Chad Vincent and Daisy Collier. The Aristocat of the Week is Miss Zoe Goodman. Tonight, the Aristocats will be performing a field jazz to You Dropped a Bomb on Me, choreographed by Miss Morgan Rutledge.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight the band will be recognizing our seniors, and we will also be announcing our winner for this year's Bandpo and Band Sweetheart. Special congratulations to the King's Regiment Band for making the first division rating on our marching contest last weekend. We'll be going to SFA tomorrow morning to compete in the area marching contest. Our first senior is Alexis Clark. She's being escorted by Dominic and Brandy Simmons. After high school, she plans to attend Sam Houston State University and major in music therapy. Our next senior is Angela Costanza. She's being escorted by Nick and Dominic Costanzo. And after high school, she plans to attend the University of North Texas and major in music education. Our next senior is Trey Moore. He's being escorted by Chad and Amanda Moore, and after high school, he plans to audition for DCI and attend college afterwards. Our next senior is Ty Moyer. He's being escorted by Scott and Amanda Moyer, and after high school, he plans to attend Lamar University and major in construction management. Our next senior is Kyla Owens. She's being escorted by Heather Owens and Dylan Smith. After high school, she plans to attend Lamar University and major in psychology and business. Our next senior is Cooper Parsons. He's being escorted by Stephen Motti Wright, and after high school, he plans to join the Marines. Our next senior is Clay Payne. He's being escorted by Courtney Landry, and after high school, he wants to attend the University of North Texas and major in music ed. And our next senior is Cody Stutz. He's being escorted by Scotty Stutz and Cheryl Elliott, and after high school, Cody wants to be a firefighter. And our last senior is Emma Shaw. She's being escorted by Joshua Shaw and Samantha Keith. After high school, she wants to attend LIT and major in cosmetology. So in a recent vote, all of our band members decided to crown a band beau and a band sweetheart. Our 2023 Kings Regiment band beau is Cody Stutz. And our 2023 Kings Regiment band sweetheart is Angela Costanzo. So congratulations to all the seniors. So let's all stand up now as the band plays the fight song. Our band member of the week is Lily Landry.
Storm season is right around the corner, Texas friends. And when it comes to protecting your home, choosing the right roofer is crucial. Texas Signature Roofing is the answer you've been searching for. This locally and veteran-owned business specializes in residential composition shingles, standing seam metal, and commercial roofing. With 2 convenient locations in Huntsville and College Station, they've got most of the Lone Star State covered. Beyond their technical expertise, Texas Signature Roofing also offers military discounts and is fully committed to customer satisfaction. Their skilled team won't sign off until the job meets their high standards. Ready for a roof that lasts? Call 936-661-8442 or visit TexasSignatureRoofing.com to secure your free consultation today. Texas Signature Roofing, setting the industry standard for quality and reliability and proudly supporting New Waverly Bulldog football. Are you faced with a challenging negotiation? Are you looking for a professional that can help you? Why not discuss your situation with a professional negotiator? Rally Point Advisors has experience in personal, business, and government negotiation, as well as creating value for its clients. With experience in real estate, land deals, employment contracts, or working with government entities, Rally Point Advisors will listen to your negotiation challenge and help you find a solution. Call Rally Point Advisors today at 281-660-5076. Rally Point Advisors, simplifying negotiation and creating value.
The Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show continues. Now let's return to Rob Hipp.
Back at it, friends, here from Kountze, Texas. A beautiful night in the Lone Star State as we get set in about 3 minutes to get this one back underway in the second half. Rob Hipp alongside the Ed Watto. Ed, we talked a little bit on the front end of that Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show about this team and those 3 turnovers. Great, but not able to score any points. I know that Coach Schaub and his staff have had a chat with these young men. They're out here. They're getting ready to run through their tunnel, and they're looking energized as they'll run through that Bulldog tunnel here in just a few moments.
It's going to be an important second half. New Waverly is down 7-0 as we're just 2.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. New Waverly has got to find their rhythm. They have missed it this entire first half. They came out looking a little flat, made some big plays here and there by some individual efforts, but they have not played as that cohesive unit that we know that they're capable of. Look, they were all season long. They've been getting better and better, and this is the first night where I would say, yeah, they just came out and plateaued. You know, 4 or 5 runs by Hunter Henry. He's a guy who generally always has a big night. This is not a Hunter Henry problem. This is a team problem, right?
Sure.
You got to get Hunter Henry the blocks to get him into the open field.
Well, this is a New Waverly Bulldog team, 3-5 overall, but you remember those early games. They played against very tough opponents in non-district play, and that really kind of helped set them up for where we're seeing them in district play now at 3-1. So all 3 of those victories coming in district play, but they played tough opponents, as we talked about, coming in early on in the non-district side of things. But on a 2-game win streak right now, that got started back on October the 13th at Hemphill in a 20-12 victory. Then last week taking care of Trinity, 34-8 at home on senior night. And here tonight, trailing the Kountze Lions 7-0. Kountze on the flip side, they're 1-3 in district play, and they're trying to get back into the win column. This is a Kountze team on their senior night that has found some momentum. Boy, those we'll let the foghorns go here. That's what I love about 3A football. The 3A football is still allowed. Usually 5 and 6A not allowed.
Yeah. What about the cowbells? Are the cowbells allowed?
No, some schools are saying no now at some of the higher, and it's just like, come on, man, this is Friday night. This is what it's about. The air horns. I
like them. I have a love-hate relationship with it because you get close to them and it hurts. It physically hurts your ears. Cowbells, I'm all about that. I think the kids respond to that. And really the cheering up here. So hopefully New Waverly can get Kountze to more defensive stops and put some points on the board.
Warren right now is leading Trinity 20-14, and Anderson Shiro is on the road in Hemphill. They've got a 38-8 advantage in the third and remaining game going on here in district play. Of course, New Waverly here at Kountze. Newton has the night off. alongside Palestine. Palestine, beg your pardon. So we'll get started here with New Waverly as they will have this ball. They will move. Hopefully, they're going to go from left to right. I was about to say, wait a minute, where are they lining up? So they'll go from left to right. Kickoff about to happen as we get underway here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. Rob Hipp alongside Ed Watto. Big thank you to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life, for helping make this season possible. Greg Smith and Billy Cawthon, so many great folks over there. Big thanks, too, as we are up here in our HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth. On the visitor side, our little generator that could is still powering us tonight. So it's a new addition to the family, the SHN generator, keeping us going tonight.
Yeah, the SHN generator, it is a beautiful thing as we get set to kick here.
So here we go as we'll kick it here. Bo Biddle will go from from right to left. Right toe to leather, line drive. This one will take a drop, rolls beyond the 5, and it is fielded into the hands of Dorian Thomas. Thomas, 15, looking for the 20, and he will not get there. The tackle was made on the play by Nathan Barker just inside the 20. New Waverly has their work cut out for them. 9 seconds into this third, but Ed, I think they're coming out re-energized, ready to roll here in this quarter.
It's not terrible field position to start off this third quarter. Just got to get into a rhythm, get first downs, move the ball down the field, execute, stay on your block. Simple stuff.
They're going to mark them at their 20, so they did give them that little extra boost. And here we go. Two backs, Noah Vick, Hunter Henry. Henry there to the left hip of quarterback Cade Garrett, and to the right is Noah Vick. Two receivers up top. Here is a little sweep, goes back over to the running back across the 40. Oh, here he is, Hunter Henry, and he's down across the 50 to the 45. The ball pops out at the last moment, but it won't matter. He was down. How about that run right out of the gate by the Bulldogs as they come out charging to start this third quarter?
Yeah, beautiful spin by Cade Garrett to throw everybody off and then do a quick handoff, getting up to the the 43.
It'll bring it up here. 1st and 10 continues on a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. Two receivers, and tied in there is Houston Forrester. Handoff goes into the hands of Noah Vick. Vick across the 40 on the right hash mark it inside the 40. They'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So a good run there will bring up 2nd down and a manageable 5. So here comes New Waverly as they looking to move the chains and keep this drive going. Only 2 plays into it, and they've moved it down the field beautifully.
New Waverly's just got to keep this momentum going.
They've had moments tonight where they've had it, and just like Ed said, got to keep it here. Here is a handoff. No, it's a pass in the flats over the left side. Zane Sykes, he's got room. 20, 10, Sykes, touchdown! 38-yard pass to Zane Sykes on the left end. It's a touchdown New Waverly.
Yeah, Coach Strati saw something that he liked. Just down to the left side, into the flat to Zane Sykes. Sykes works his way into the open field. Awesome play. Potentially, it's kind of an in-your-face to do that on the opening drive here.
I believe this is Callaway Edney here for the extra point try. Noah Vick the hold, right toe to leather, up on its way. Edney puts it in through the uprights, and we are tied, baby, here in Kountze, Texas, with 10:43 to go in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. We'll step aside, take a break. More football continues on the other side when we come back here on SHN.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
New Waverly Bulldogs football on SHN Sports is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. This broadcast is also sponsored in part by Three Spoons Yogurt, Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, HITTSS Solutions, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Charlie's Used Cars, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Vicki McKenzie, the McKenzie Group, First Baptist Church New Waverly, Rally Point Advisors, The Greind, Texas Signature Roofing, and by DoubleDave's Pizzaworks.
Back at it here, Tobin Edney set to kick this one away. He will. Right toe to leather. This one will sell, and unfortunately takes a dip out of bounds. Second time that's happened on an illegal procedure. But nonetheless, a drive, the first one of this second half for New Waverly. They start on their own 20-yard line. They take it 80 yards down the field. A huge first down run on the first play by Hunter Henry, and then it was capped off by a pass in the flats to the left side, a 38-yard strike to Zane Sykes. And after Callaway Edney's extra point kick, we're tied at 7 apiece. And that, friends, is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. Get it while it's hot at DoubleDave's Huntsville.
So Kountze has asked New Waverly to re-kick this one, not wanting to take the ball at the 35. So New Waverly's forced to re-kick, and it'd be interesting to see if it changes anything.
Two set back to receive here for Kountze. Is Trace French alongside DK Taylor. So they'll kick again here. It's going to back up now to the 35. Tobin Edney set to kick this one away again. He'll do it again from the 35 from left to right. 10:43 to go here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. We're tied 7 apiece. Right toe to leather. This one will take a end over end. It's dropped, and finally, boy, took a little bit of a moment there to get back on it around the 32. I'm not sure what Cade Bumstead was waiting on, but he did fall on at the last moment, and that could have been disaster. Could have went right back to New Waverly, but it will be Kountze football.
Yeah, they fielded that right at the 30. It bounced. You had a defender that was just not quick enough to get there. But New Waverly has an opportunity now. At this point, you got to make a stop to keep this ball game, to stay in command of this ball game.
Starting from their own 32-yard line, Kountze has it for the 6th time, their first time of this second half. The New Waverly Bulldog fans making noise here. Cam Johnson in the gun. Running back offset to his right hip. 2 receivers down the left. Here's the noise. In motion, Isaac Carter. And a false start. That may have been the noise from the fans here.
Yeah, I see Matt Register, Joe Sherwin over there. They got all fired up. Corbin Wales' mom. My goodness, that is fantastic. And I almost, it didn't seem for a second there like the officials were going to call it, but Houston Forrester had pointed it out to them.
Here come the New Waverly fans again. Little rumble on the camera. Here we go. 1st and 15 now. The handoff to the right side, Trace Jordan. And he is finally tackled from behind by Houston Forrester, not before he got up near the 30-yard line. A short gain, though. It's still going to be 2nd down and about 11.
2nd and 11. They've been effective on this play, especially running to their bench. New Waverly's got to have an answer for that out of the defensive ends. And defensive ends and linebackers got to make a play if the safeties have to be somewhere else.
Here comes the noise again. They gave him the 10. It's 2nd and 10 from the 32 on that right hash mark. Cam Johnson and another false start. How about that?
Really shows you what a little momentum shift can do in the game for confidence of these young men. They came out determined. You said it before, even before they went inside the big giant blow-up dog, that when they came out, they looked like they had a real sense of purpose. And so we're seeing that now. And the New Waverly fans, the New Waverly faithful are getting into it.
Not sure what's taking so long here for the officials. And it is another false start. Yeah, you know what? Credit the fans here also for just being loud and making a lot of noise. There is a good group of New Waverly fans that have made their way here about an hour and 30 minutes or so from New Waverly. It was almost 2 hours for us coming in. Here we go, 2nd and 15. Running back in there is Trace Jordan. Boy, my feet are getting a massage here. Keep that coming. Johnson, the quarterback. Jordan, the running back, to the left side. Man in motion will go from right to left. It's Isaac Carter. Here's a handoff over to the right side. Jordan finding daylight about 10 yards up to the 35, still well short. It'll be 3rd down and long coming up here for Kountze.
So New Waverly had a nice stop there. Probably not as one. They got to get to that edge quicker. I'm not sure exactly why that's not happening and they're not able to make a play. I know he's got some speed. They got 3rd and 8. This is where you need to have Hemphill.
A 7-yard carry brings up 3rd down and 8. Kel Kerr down to the left side alongside Trace French. That's been the setup all game long. Up top to the right is Kate Bumstead. And here we go on a 3rd and 8. Kountze on their own 34, tied 7 apiece, 9:50 to go here in the Oak Ridge 3rd.
Clock!
Yeah, the clock went down, and that's a delay of game. Oh, the fans have done it again. Delay of game as the flag was thrown.
Yeah, the clock was at 0 for a couple of seconds.
Ed was shouted. They looked up here at you and said, "We got you, sir. Don't worry."
They did, yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's all about accountability, right? Trust but verify.
That's right.
Everybody's got to answer to somebody.
5-yard penalty brings up 3rd down and 13 after the delay of game. That will move the ball back inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, and here we go again. Pressure showing there on that right side is Houston Forster. He's ready to come in and attack. 2 receivers to either side. Low snap. Here is the run by Johnson. Johnson nowhere to go. He breaks through the hands after the initial stop there by Brody Watto. But how about that? The New Waverly defense coming up huge, and Jackie Harper trying to get the crowd fired up along with his teammates.
Yeah, nice job there by Brody Watto. He's just got to wrap him up completely, but he hits with a lot of force and is able to swing Cam Johnson around for a tackle for a loss. It's 4th and
14, yeah.
4th and 14 right now. You would think that they're going to punt. This isn't.
Letty Tyson cheering on, saying, "Let's go Bulldogs." W.P. Flowers watching from New Braunfels, Texas. Here we go. It's 4th down and 12. High snap. Late punt, almost blocked by Forster. This one gets some hang time under it, takes a bounce in favor of Kountze, and it will roll to around the 35-yard line, and that's where New Waverly will have it when we come back. Stay with us. Exciting football continues here tonight on SHN.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
New Waverly will start the 7th possession, second of the second half from their own 36. Here's a handoff, Noah Vick, and Vick meets a brick wall as he tries to go back to the left side. He's down at the 35. A 1-yard loss on that play brings up 2nd down and 11. But we'll see if this offense can get right back into rhythm. They had it on the last possession, scored the touchdown after 2 or 3 plays. And we're under 9 minutes to go here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House, 3rd quarter. Garrett in the gun. Running back Vick behind him. 1 receiver to either side. He'll hand off over to that back, trying to take this one up the middle. Cannot find much daylight. Still back to that line to gain. It's 3rd down and 11.
Coach Drawdy obviously just trying to change up the running backs and bringing Hunter Henning out, Noah Vick in, but we got to get some push up front.
3rd and 11 here for New Waverly. Here's a pass in the flat to Sykes, right side. Trying to stiff arm his way across the 40, backpedaling, and only got up to around the 41. On a 5-yard gain, brings up 4th down and 6. There was a flag late, though, and some of the coaching staff here on the New Waverly side is saying maybe it's a late hit against Kountze. We'll see what the call is. That's what Houston Forster is showing as well.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Sykes went down, was trying to spin around, and it looked like it was it's against Kountze.
Wow, I think Coach over there is kind of beside himself. We just saw Coach Payne just kind of throwing his hands up saying, you have got to be kidding me.
It was a dead ball foul. Look, you know, the Kountze coach, he's probably frustrated because he sees this slipping away, but he was fine with it when there were penalties right in front of his bench that looked like they were a little questionable. Look, that was right in front of our bench.
15-yard variety moves it up here into Kountze territory now at the 44-yard line. New Waverly moves the chains. It's a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. Hunter Henry back in as the running back. Cade Garrett in the gun. Two receivers up top, one down to the right. Ball on the right hash. Here is Henry on a delayed handoff, trying to take it in between the marks and turn it downfield. Was not able to get there. And a loss on the play. They're going to call it a 2-yard loss, second down and 12.
Yeah, it looked like you had a lot of loading up in the box there. I think you got the slow developing play is just not going to work when you see that loaded up in the box. They've got to get Garrett to kind of call an audible.
4 wide here, empty backfield for Garrett in the gun at the 50. This one will whistle dead before it gets started. May have been some movement. Those receivers down into that right side is Kenton Reese. We've seen him in there lining up for some action tonight. And a false start will move it back, and now it's second down and 17. It'll go back into New Waverly territory at the 49.
Yeah, there was a flinch there. It just looked like the Kountze player was in the neutral zone. We have a pretty clear shot down the line, and it looked like Kountze caused them to jump.
5 wide, trips in a triangle to the right. Garrett steps back at the 40, chased by one, rolls back to the 30. Good blocking here for Garrett, 50, back the other way, 40, and he's out of bounds. How about that for Cade Garrett? He goes all the way back to the 30, brings it back across the 40 of the Kountze side, and brings up third down. It'll still be long, but a nice run there by Cade Garrett on what could have been devastation in the backfield.
Nice run by Garrett, staying with the play, extending the play. It's third down. It looked like he was dead meat, but you can't be critical of a kid for that. Nice job, Cade.
And he had a couple of beautiful blocks up there too to help him get there. Here's Garrett in the gun on 3rd and 6. He'll keep it here, throws this one, lobs it up. Houston Forrester chops the trees, baby! And he's got the first down across the 30-yard line on the left side. Move them, New Waverly moving here.
Beautifully executed by Cade Garrett. They thought he was going to run, sucked everybody up to play run. Nice job. Houston Forrester catches the ball in the flat and gains 5 yards after catch.
It's another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling Bulldogs first down as they're getting close to that Vicki McKenzie real estate red zone. They haven't been in it. They've been through it tonight on their previous possession. Cade Garrett 1st and 10 from the 27 of Kountze. Steps back in the gun near the 35. Good protection over the left side. This one up, almost a one-handed grab by Dylan Thomas there in the end zone, but it falls short. Love the sportsmanship down there as the secondary, but Thomas is down for a moment. I do love that sportsmanship, though, by Cade Bumstead. He was checking on Thomas, trying to help him up, and then Thomas said, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to get up on my own right now.
Yeah,
and maybe just a stinger, hopefully.
It could be a cramp. I'm not sure. Just
yeah, he's cramping there on that left calf, it looks like. I mean, he leapt up, and Ed, you know it better than anyone. You played the game. When you leap up like that, and it's on a night like tonight, even though it's cool, it's hot down there on the field, and that left calf probably cramped up pretty good on him when he leapt up into the air trying to make that snag.
Yeah, and he had some big runs early in the first half. Ultimately big, 7, 8 yards, 6 yards. So he's just got to get that worked out and get back in the game.
Athletic trainer over there, Erica, does a wonderful job. Hey, man, she helped me out a couple of weeks ago. I had a headache. She said, hey, let me help you out. So she was even taking care of the broadcaster.
Erica is completely awesome. She's fantastic.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 27. Empty backfield. Garrett steps back in the gun, 35. Throws over center. This one, it's caught! Oh, baby, it's Hunter Henry! 27-yard skyrocket! Pulls it down! Touchdown, New Waverly! And the Bulldogs take the lead!
Beautiful play by Cade Garrett. Looked like he had pressure all around him. Nice blocking by the interior of that offensive line to give him a little bit of time. Give credit to Hunter McBride, really doing a nice job.
Here's Edney with the extra point kick through the uprights and good. And it's now 14-7, New Waverly with the lead. We'll step aside and take a break. We'll continue more on the other side. This is New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on the Bulldog Broadcast Network.
Are you a first responder, medical professional, teacher, or military member looking to buy or sell a home in Walker or Montgomery County? Vicki McKenzie Realtor is here to make your dream home a reality.
Hi, I'm Vicki McKenzie, and I know that heroes like you deserve special treatment. That's why I've partnered with Homes for Heroes.
Homes for Heroes offers financial benefits for heroes who are buying or selling their homes, and when you work with Vicki, she presents the hero with a check equivalent to nearly 1% of the home selling price.
That's right. I want to give back to those who serve our community and our nation every day.
Imagine walking into your dream home knowing that you've been rewarded for your hard work and dedication for serving your community.
Visit my website at themckenziegrouptx.com to start your home search or to learn more about how I can assist you.
Don't wait. Make your next move with Vicki McKenzie and contribute to a cause that supports our local heroes.
Visit themckenziegrouptx.com today because heroes like you deserve a home to call their own.
Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Now, let's go back to the gridiron. Here's Rob Hipp with the call.
Tonati set to kick this one away after another New Waverly score. Right toe to leather. This one will sell end over end. Fielded at the 21 on the left side from right to left. Here comes a returnment across the 40. Healthy return across the 50. Finally tackled from behind on the play inside Bulldog territory. And getting the hit on the back there was Owen Thornberry. Moments ago, though, for New Waverly, a drive that started on their own 36-yard line, taken all the way down the field, capped off by a 27-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Cade Garrett into the hands of the running back, but playing receiver on that play, Hunter Henry. At that point, 6:04 to go in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third, 14-7 as New Waverly takes the first lead of the night. And that is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. DoubleDave's in Huntsville. Get it while it's hot.
Looked like there was some holding on that play. Going to bring Kountze back from what was a nice return, but there was holding going on all over the place there. Comes back, I think, to the spot of the foul here.
Ball on the 38-yard line, so what would have been a New Waverly territory instead will be on the 38 for Kountze. They'll move from right to left. The fans here making noise again as we're here on the away side of the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth. Handoff goes over to Trace Jordan. Beg your pardon, it's not Jordan. Hunter Henry there thought that he was going to rip the ball away around the 45. The ball carrier was actually DK Taylor. A good healthy run there on first down, going to bring up second down and manageable.
Kountze coming up big on first down. New Waverly's got to find a way to not let them get through that edge. Defensive ends have to play tough. Linebacker scraping across, and the safety's got to be there to pick up anything else.
It's going to bring up second down and 4 for Kountze. From the 44. This one goes back to TK Taylor as he will leap forward near that left hash mark and right on the line. I think he got enough, Ed. Needed 4. I think he got all 4 to move the sticks.
Yeah, it sure looks like it, like they're going to move the chains on that one. So you're back into a first down. They're on the Kountze 48. Got to find a way to make a stop here.
DK Taylor remains in the running back. 2 receivers up top to the right. One of them is Isaac Carter alongside Trace French. And here we go. 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 48, trailing 14-7, 4:50 to go. Pass in the flat over the right side. He will find his receiver across the 50 and spun around. Hunter Henry trying to bring all the force of a Bulldog, and he goes down. Flags will fly, and they're going to call extracurricular on that one, and that's going to go against New Waverly.
Yeah, just a real game killer mistake there. Once you hear the whistle, you got to stop. You can't let your emotion get away with you or the momentum of the game. Once that whistle goes, you just got to stop.
Damian Kitzmiller, one of the offensive linemen. Foul, a personal variety, goes against the Bulldogs, a late hit.
So, yeah, that's just going to put you in a real precarious situation because you're going to go 15 yards from that spot.
Yeah, so what would have been still back on your own side of the field now puts you into New Waverly territory at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Kountze, trailing 14-7, 4:42 to go here in the Oak Ridge third. You better believe this crowd tonight here on the road making a difference. Cam Johnson, late handoff, goes over to DK Taylor. DK a little okay there to the 30, a short gain, 2nd and long coming up for the Lions. Jude Shields got an initial hit there and made that stop. Give him a 3-yard, it'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
New Waverly at this point, they just got to reach down and dig deep and find some resiliency.
DK Taylor again on a misdirection, went to the right, then cut it back downfield on the right hash mark, lunged forward for another short gain, and here it is, 3rd down and long. Looks about 3rd and 5 from up here on the corner where we are, maybe 3rd and 6. I beg your pardon, 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3, so a stop here, this would be a big stop, although they probably would still go for it in this position. They got a decent field goal kicker as well.
4 wide, 3 down to the left, 1 up top to the right. Noise starting here, the fans of New Waverly making it again. Hand off DK trying to go back inside, breaks through 1 tackle, pushes forward. He may have been stopped a yard short. He was very close. A host of Bulldogs down there on the bottom of the pile.
Really a nice job by that end. I think that at this point, New Waverly has picked up and playing the edge a little tougher than they were. It's 4th down. In this territory, I think you're going to go for it no matter what. Really a huge 4th down here with 2:55 left to go.
He just got back to the original, or to that line of scrimmage, so it is 4th and 3, no gain. Cam Johnson looks over to get the play call. Back in there is Trace Jordan. He'll line up as the running back to the left hip of Johnson as quarterback. Pressure showing, 4 up front and a 3 behind him, and now we have a delay of game. Boy, they didn't get it off in time. I was about to say that clock was running down. The officials were right on it. That's going to move them back 5, and what was 4th and 3 will now be 4th down and 8.
I think what you're seeing a little bit is just the youth of Cam Johnson here. And this Kountze offense, and the New Waverly fans are making a lot of noise and getting in his head.
The Lions will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here as we want to thank some more of our sponsors. Big shout out to Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, our 2nd quarter sponsor, best local Mexican food restaurant in Huntsville. And right now in the 3rd quarter, brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House, a 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry, helping men ages 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Learn more online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Also want to thank our 4th quarter sponsor coming up, First Baptist Church New Waverly and Rollo Insurance. First Baptist Church New Waverly, where faith, family, and community come together. And also LearningRX and Lisa Branch. Unlock your brain's potential, excel on your terms with LearningRX Huntsville.
So I guess there was not a penalty. He got the timeout before the penalty.
So it is 4th and 3, and New Waverly stopped him! They got him, baby! He got him! He could not go forward! And the Bulldog defense read that one like an elementary picture book. It was Chase Jones. But wait a minute, was there some extracurricular again, Ed?
Yeah, there was something going on over there. It looked like the New Waverly players were going away, but I don't know what this is.
There is a flag over there, and we'll see who this one's on. The Kountze fans were making some noise, and this may be against Kountze. I'm looking at some of the New Waverly players that are pointing in the direction of Kountze. We'll see.
It's against New Waverly.
No, the official pointed to Kountze, right? Nope. Is it offsetting, Ed?
He pointed each way.
He pointed each way.
Looks like we got a dead ball foul against the Bulldogs.
Oh, what a game killer. I mean, those are the ones, Ed. You stop them, you do your job.
You cannot have that. You just cannot have that. So hopefully whoever was involved, they pulled him out, set him down, calm him down.
And now what would have been a turnover on downs turns into a 1st and 10 from the 14 for Kountze. I beg your pardon, for New Waverly. So, Ed, you got to help me here. That was Hunter Henry. What happened? I just lost sight of it.
Okay. So it was a dead ball after the play, so they didn't get it. So
they didn't get it, and they enforced it on the next.
I got you. They enforced it on the next.
There you go.
But it still is a game killer.
It is
a huge mistake because instead of being way up here, you got to make up all that yardage. And you're in a tight game here. You can't make these kind of mistakes.
Started out around the 14, but it was a 9-yard carry by Hunter Henry. Here's Henry. No, it's a keeper here this time by Cade Garrett as he was trying to throw some trickeration into the mix. And he went back to the left side.
Looks like Carr makes the stop.
Carr made the stop there, and I don't believe he got it. He just got back to that original line.
It's after the Bulldog first down.
Nope, it did. He got enough, Ed.
That's an important first down here to keep this clock rolling. Got to keep moving down the field.
This drive started around their own 13. Here's New Waverly. Handoff goes back over to Noah Vick. And Vick picks up 9 yards. So a couple of 9-yard scampers here, followed up by a 1-yard to move the chains on a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. They'll call it 8 here, bring up 2nd down and 2 for New Waverly.
Nice job by the offensive line there. Lewis Smith and Ty Smithers making a hole up that right side. Really nice job.
Noah Vick remains in there. New Waverly just running some time here. 1 minute to go in this Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. You know, that first half alone only took 1 hour of playtime. We're almost an hour into this second half already here. Here's a handoff to Vick, and Vick immediately stopped on the play after, if a short gain, if at all, he may have just got back to the original line. It's 3rd down and 2, no gain.
Big Luke Inner leading the way for the Lions.
Yeah, just gotta get that initial push up front, and gotta have the right read between the quarterback tailback exchange.
New Waverly will have to get a playoff. There is about a 4-second differential from the game clock and the play clock, 18 and ticking, and they've got down to 10 now on the play clock. So they'll get one more playoff here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. Type formation here for New Waverly. They will direct snap this one over to their big man. That was Houston Forrester. We've seen that before, and Forrester lunges forward across the 40 and down inside to the 38 or 42-yard line. That's enough for McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down, and once they move the chains, they should run this quarter out, and they will. It's New Waverly 14, Kountze 7. As we continue on, the final 12 minutes coming up. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight, right here on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network, powered by the Bulldog Network.
Attention New Waverly ISD parents of students grades 7 through 12. Looking for a memorable way to cap off the excitement of a home game? Well, look no further than the 5th quarter event hosted by First Baptist Church New Waverly. Conveniently situated at 460 Fisher Street, the doors swing open just 15 minutes after the final whistle, and the festivities last until 12:30 a.m. Whether you're in the mood for some delicious food, thrilling games, or just hanging out with friends, you'll find it all in a safe and welcoming environment. Get more information and stay in the loop by visiting FBCNW.com. Don't miss out. Come celebrate, unwind, and make lasting memories at the 5th quarter event, First Baptist Church, New Waverly. This community-focused message has been brought to you by Stephen Gregory of Rollo Insurance.
Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Now, let's go back to the gridiron. Here's Rob Hipp with the call.
New Waverly will now go. In the 4th quarter, they'll move from right to left, leading 14-7, 12 on the board. Here is Houston Forrester again. Another direct snap goes to the big fella, and he will lunge forward, and enough for a New Waverly Bulldog first down. He got it to the 50-yard line. That's a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down. And Ed, I'm confused because I thought they got the first down right at the end of the third.
I don't know. I'm losing my mind here. But I'll tell you what I like. I like to see this, working this clock down, taking your time to get the plays in, work the clock, work the ball down the field. and get first downs.
Big thanks to Rally Point Advisors, none other than Ed Watto, simplifying negotiation and creating value. Also, thank you to the Greind Fitness Solutions. To jumpstart your health and fitness, find us on Instagram or Facebook. Search for The Greind. That's Greind, The Greind. Here we go on 1st and 10 for New Waverly from the 49 on their own side. Once again, this is Forrester. Oh, look at the big truck. Powering his wheels, baby. All the way down I-45. He's got a first down on a 12-yard carry to the 38-yard line. And the Bulldog offense coming alive now behind that big truck of Houston Forrester.
So at this point, what you need to do is just work this clock down. You're up. You got to. Everybody, it's straight ahead blocking. Try and create a hole.
It's another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly, leading 14-7. As we are 2 minutes gone here in the First Baptist Church New Waverly fourth quarter. They're going to keep this same formation going here.
This is a rugby scrum if I ever saw one.
Houston Forrester right side, as he will continue to power his way forward. The Bulldog not afraid to bite and growl as he moves forward, a 5-yard gain or so, according to the line
just
side judge.
Stay in bounds. And why are they stopping the clock?
There's a player down over there, and I think it's a New Waverly player.
Crud.
So a New Waverly player there, probably just cramping up. Hopefully that's what we've seen a couple of times tonight here. And with 10:33 to go, again 14-7, we'll keep things right here. But very methodical the way the coaches are doing this now, just trying to run time. Houston Forrester's been the big man behind all of this momentum here on these last few runs. But a great all-around effort here. You know, you go into halftime, you trail, but you come out, put 14 unanswered here in the second half.
Yeah, you just have to keep fighting. Fight your way down the field. Burn clock. You're up by 7. It's not a comfortable lead to have right now. And it looks like it's Houston Forrester. He's not used to getting tackled that much.
No, he's okay.
Fine.
He's walking off. Coach Schaub is behind him. And I got to tell you something. You know, I go in when I interview Coach Schaub on Wednesdays there at New Waverly High School. Miss Grace is up front. There's the receptionist. But Houston Forrester is normally the guy who checks me in. And is such a great young man and a great mentor and role model for all of his teammates here on this squad.
So looks like Cade Garrett goes back into the game. Hunter Henry and Noah Vick in the T formation.
We're going to call this here about a 2nd and 3 for New Waverly. And now we have a false start, and patting on the head there's Cade Garrett saying, come on, guys. Running back onto the field here is Hunter McBride, so he will come back into the game as Lewis Smith heads over to the sideline. And I think Coach Schaub is having a talk with Lewis saying, hey, man, don't flinch. That's why we saw the change.
Yeah, you just got to, you know, I think they went to a little bit longer count. Lewis was a little thrown off. Just got to get back in the rhythm.
2nd and 9 after that moves them back. One back to either side here. And it is a handoff, goes over to Vick. Vick dives forward at the 35. He'll pick up a couple. 3rd and long coming up for New Waverly.
So it's just an inside counter. That play took a long time to develop. Really too long for the blocking that we have. They just got to get quicker on this stuff.
Make it 3rd and 7 now for the Bulldogs.
They gave them 2. 3rd down and 7 here for New Waverly, nursing that 14-7 advantage. 9:52 to go here in the ball game on the road tonight in this First Baptist Church New Waverly fourth quarter. Garrett in the gun, 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 down to the left, ball on the 35. Here's a handoff. It goes to Hunter Henry. He finds a little daylight separation. Oh, baby, move the chains. He got it up to around the 25-yard line. It's another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for the Bulldogs.
Nice run by Hunter Henry. Moves the chains, keeps the clock rolling. They wind the clock. So you just got to take your time here. The goal is to work the ball down the field and get the score. Be methodical, efficient. Take your time. Keep the ball in bounds.
Noah Vick lines up as part of a 2-receiver package alongside Zeke Barahel on the left side. 1 receiver up top to the right. It's 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's a handoff. Henry, 25, 20, still pushing forward. Oh, baby, to the 15-yard line on the left side. And now Finally, for the first time tonight, they don't run through it. They're in it, and that's okay. The Vicki McKenzie Real Estate Red Zone. Step into the red zone with Vicki McKenzie. Your perfect home is just a play away at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Hunter Henry carried 4 Lion defenders and some of their most senior guys. He is a tough running back.
2 receivers to the right, 1 down to the left. Zeke Barahel. Here's Garrett in the gun from the 15. Behind him, Henry stands at the 21. Handoff Henry, left side, finds some separation, moves for the finish. Oh, he's still on his feet! Touchdown! 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 Cade Garrett, 15 yards, breaking through him. It's the bite of a Bulldog, baby! And I have to. Whoop, 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 whoop.
There is some laundry on the play, though. It looks like it might be coming back. I'm not sure.
Come on, the dog pound got him. Well, the New Waverly Band is playing.
He's having a conversation with the Kountze coach. Looks like he's a little frustrated there.
Play's going to stand 15 yards. Right.
Change of the kicker here, Edney for Edney.
Tobin Edney will come in. So 15-yard run. Boy, and what a run it was by Noah Henry as he just barreled through defenders.
Yeah, Hunter just, we thought he was denied, but it was, so there must have been
They're going to assess that penalty on the kickoff.
Okay, we thought Hunter Henry had been denied, that he was tackled. I think that Kountze felt the same way, and he just kept his legs moving. Really, really tough run there of 20 yards. So I think he's got to be close to over a 37, 10, 20.
He's got to be over 100, or at least close. Here's Tobin Edney, extra point kick on the way and wide to the left. Extra point no good. But with 8:32 to go, it's 20-7. Bulldogs with the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. More exciting football here on SHN. Brought to you tonight by the Bulldog Broadcast Network. We'll be right back after this on SHN.
Storm season is right around the corner, Texas friends. And when it comes to protecting your home, choosing the right roofer is crucial. Texas Signature Roofing is the answer you've been searching for. This locally and veteran-owned business specializes in residential composition shingles, standing seam metal, and commercial roofing. With 2 convenient locations in Huntsville and College Station, they've got most of the Lone Star State covered. Beyond their technical expertise, Texas Signature Roofing also offers military discounts and is fully committed to customer satisfaction. Their skilled team won't sign off until the job meets their high standards. Ready for a roof that lasts? Call 936-661-8442 or visit TexasSignatureRoofing.com to secure your free consultation today. Texas Signature Roofing, setting the industry standard for quality and reliability and proudly supporting New Waverly Bulldog football.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by First Baptist Church, New Waverly. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it here. You can hear the Bulldogs barking. Okay, that's enough. I just had it going. Kick over here to the 40 for Kountze. Boy, they've got some daylight here, 50, 45, and out of bounds. Good return on that play right there by the young man. This game's still far from over, though, but Philip Boykin there, the running back, the senior, with a nice return. A few moments ago for New Waverly, it was a drive that started on their own 13-yard line. They go down all the way down the field. 15-yard touchdown run by Hunter Henry as he eluded several defenders at the 8:32 mark, and a little bit of insurance now for New Waverly in this First Baptist Church fourth. They lead 20-7, and that is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. Get it while it's hot in Huntsville. It's DoubleDave's Pizza.
So 8:26 on the clock. New Waverly has to find a defensive stop here. Really important series for them to shut them down.
Kountze has it here. 9th possession for him. 8:26 to go. Handoff goes over to the right side, finds a gap, 40, still on his feet, brought down by Dylan Thomas and close to a first down on the play. He may have got it on that second effort. I thought Thomas had him down. And a good run there on that right side. I believe the running back that's been a force here is D.K. Taylor. And he did not get the first. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2. He got 8 yards to the New Waverly 37. So again, 2nd down and 2. 7:48 to go. Johnson steps back, throws, has his man at the 30, 25, 20. Ball pops out! Oh, it's picked up on the play! Zane Sykes psyching everybody out! It is the 4th turnover takeaway by New Waverly here in this ball game. How about that?
Nice play, heads-up play by Zane Sykes there, picking up that ball. They're going to start out. New Waverly is 7:37 on the clock. New Waverly is going to start out right about at the 12-yard line. So go back in with their first-string offense. Houston Forester still out. Actually, 2 tight ends in the game. So I think, this is where we'll see them trying to run the football.
Here we go, 1st and 10, New Waverly. Boy, the takeaways tonight. Now they're starting to capitalize. They'll start this drive. That was a fumble, by the way. Start this drive now. This is the 9th drive for New Waverly, starting on their own 12-yard line. It is a handoff right side, lunging forward. Noah Vick getting into the action now across the 15 to the 20, and he is almost to the first down marker.
New Waverly now with 7:26 in the game. The clock stopped just to move. I don't know why the clock stopped there.
2nd and 1 after a 9-yard gain to the 20-yard line, Ed.
2nd and 1. I'm not sure why the clock has stopped. Coaches are pointing at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. There we go. They finally saw me, Ed.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they held the clock back there for quite. Look at this. There was like 30 seconds that they didn't run off.
Yeah, there would be 30 seconds less on this clock.
Yeah, because we got down to 6 on the play clock, and the game clock hadn't even started.
Yeah, I mean that was a 2nd down. That's really pathetic. I'm going to call it honestly.
No, it was. That's the hometown clock operation.
We would be less than we would be under 6 minutes right now.
Wow. Regardless, it is 3rd down and 1. That last play, nothing developed there for New Waverly, leading 20-7.
Houston Forester back in the gun.
Saw what he did earlier. Forester has the snap right side. He's had enough. Trying to get the first. Did he get it, Ed? May have been stopped.
I think he may have been stopped. The line judge looks like he's right there. Nope, they're moving the chains.
They did. He got it. McGilberry Mechanical first down. So McGilberry Mechanical heating and cooling first down for the Bulldogs. Yeah, we'd be at about 5:30 right now.
Yeah.
Chains have moved. They're ready. They're set. Ball is down. We'll wait for the official. Of course, the officials make that designation. The ball's down. Clock's not started.
Yeah. I think we've had this problem here before.
I mean, there was another 5 seconds right there after they put the ball down.
Yeah. It just, most of the time there should be a UIL official up there. And
There's Forrester, by the way. No gain on that play. I was just waiting for the clock to stop it.
Yeah. So we're winding the clock now. We're at 5:48 and ticking.
Looks like about a 2nd down and a 9 here for New Waverly. They are also, they're not on their own 12. That's not getting updated now. They're at the 24.
Yeah.
That did get updated. So 2nd and 9 from the 24 for New Waverly. Houston Forester remaining in there. In the gun. This time he will hand off to Noah Vick. Vick trying to push forward and gets a little push from behind. One of his offensive linemen there giving him a little extra oomph. Well, it wasn't the offensive lineman. It was actually Houston Forester getting behind him. A little bit of a short gain. Bring up 3rd down and long here for New Waverly. 5 minutes to go. The Bulldogs leading 20-7.
Right. And, one of the things that we're seeing on here is some of our New Waverly guys getting up a little bit slow. I think what's happening is you're in like a rugby scrum. This is really what it is a rugby scrum as Houston Forrester comes over to take the play. He's basically playing quarterback here. But there's a lot of bodies moving around. The game clock at 4:30 right now.
So here we go. They've got to get this one off. And did they call a timeout first? I think Coach Schaub did. They let it run down. Timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. More to come here as we wrap it up in just a few moments. This is New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight right here on SHN Sports.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by First Baptist Church, New Waverly. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it here high atop the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. 4:30 to go in this First Baptist Church, New Waverly fourth quarter, as the Bulldogs found the end zone twice back in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. And leading 20-7 here. They trailed 7-0 at halftime, but it has been all Bulldogs, 20 unanswered. And here's a critical 3rd and 7. Forrester will remain in there. Direct snap goes over to Forrester. And, boy, they're just reading this one easily now as he is brought down. Not much to go on this one. After what had worked very well effectively, now the Kountze Lions have read that one. 4th down and probably about 5 or so, and I would expect New Waverly to punt. Cade Garrett's going to come back in.
They've run that play about 10 times. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. The good reason to switch up your running backs is the defense gets used to the way that each individual running back runs. And so it looks like, we're going to have a punt here.
Cade Garrett sets to punt this one away. One back to receive. He will punt it, gets it up, end over end, takes a bounce at the 45, 40, high up into there, 35 caught. And now running back 45, 50 on the right side. This is Trace French, and he is brought down by Houston Forrester at the New Waverly 45. We'll go ahead and keep things right here as we thank Texas Signature Roofing for expert roofing services backed by years of experience and satisfaction guaranteed. Visit Texas Signature Roofing online at texassignatureroofing.com. Last but certainly not least, we appreciate Slott Construction for both residential and commercial construction, site preparation, and forestry services in Southeast Texas. Turn to Slott Construction. They're your reliable partner since 2005. 3:33, there's still time here. This game far from over. The New Waverly fans are making noise again here at the Lion Den tonight in Kountze, Texas. I will say this, the fans have been a major factor here in this second half of play. Kountze from the New Waverly 45. Here's a pass over, wide open, caught left side just to be on the 40, spinning around, still on his feet, got it to the 40. And so a 5-yard gain will bring up 2nd down and 5. The receiver there on that left side, I believe it was Isaac Carter. Hard to bring him down. Good effort there by that young man.
Yeah, Kountze is going to throw here. There's still time for them to work with, and that there was that missed extra point. So New Waverly has to make a stop.
2nd down. Johnson steps back, has all day, throws. This one is caught inside the 35. Or inside the 30 and around the 32-yard line, and there's Cade Bumstead. So just a few seconds gone off the clock. They're going to go hurry up tempo here.
Yeah,
and that'll move the chains.
The clock operator is super quick on stopping that clock. I'm just frustrated with a little bit of the reasonable fairness here.
Here's Johnson, shotgun back to the 35, throws over left side, incomplete as he was looking for Isaac Carter at the 25.
So it'll be 2nd and long, 2:47 left in the game.
And remember earlier, if that clock would have started, it would have been more like 2:15 or so.
We'd be right around the 2:15 mark. There's 30 seconds. It's just one of those things. We're
calling it how we see it.
Yep. I'm not going to lie, for the benefit of anybody.
Clock may lie, Ed Watto, don't lie. Fans making noise. Here's Johnson left side, throws over his right shoulder at the 15. This ball is caught, and he is inbounds. Is that what the official said?
Yeah, the official said he's inbound. He was stopped inbounds. The clock is stopped. They're going
to move the chains.
But the clock should start.
And they just whistled it. They just whistled it, and the clock will start. Goodness. First down here, now inside the red zone. If they're around the 10-yard line.
Well, there's a hold.
Still looking. Johnson brought down inbounds. Clock will continue to run. So a good stop there by the New Waverly defense. Johnson was trying to find someone in the end zone. He had a man wide open down there.
I did not see whether it was that Jude Shields that made that stop.
I believe so. Isaac Carter was wide. He was jumping in the end zone saying, throw it to me. Again, here's Johnson. Throw over. This one up. It is caught into the hands of Cale Carr, who has not been much of a factor in this game like we thought. He catches it around the 8-yard line or so.
Yeah, so clock at 1:45.
It's going to bring up third down. They can still get a first down before the goal line. Low snap. Johnson has it. Looking. Defenders in his face. Throws. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up in the ball game right here for Kountze.
Yeah, going to be a big decision with a fourth down here. Looks like they're going for it with their offense. The only other thing you could expect, but they really need a touchdown.
Here we go. Johnson. And a whistle here, and
motion. Illegal procedure. That'll back them up 5.
Yeah.
It's just going to make it easier on the New Waverly defense. Hopefully they can get a stop here.
Ed, I do want to shout out our fans. I mean, this is the most energy never to our fan base has always been great, but boy, they are super energetic and electric. We need this every game. It has made a difference here in the second half. Yeah. Love this tonight.
It's a 4th and long. They're about the 13-yard line.
It is loud here on the visitor side. New Waverly fans making noise, 4th down. Johnson throws over. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. New Waverly has it. It's Hunter Henry 30, 40, back to the 50, 45, 40 left side out of bounds. 5th turnover of the ball game. And Hunter Henry putting a staple on it tonight here in Kountze, Texas.
Yeah, Hunter Henry has had an all-star game tonight. Coming up with that, there was nobody in the area. We thought that was going to be a pick 6. I think, just ran out of gas from having to play. That, with 1:03, I think you kneel on this a couple times, start the buses, eat the hamburgers. Let's get back to New Waverly.
Buddy, that's what I'm waiting on. Kevin Edney's got me spoiled with those burgers now, man.
Yeah, really, really inspired defense here. Everybody was covered up. So I think, you bring Cade Garrett in, you kneel on this a couple times. Get out of here.
2 timeouts remaining for Kountze, and you better believe they're going to take them quickly. So, you've got that play clock at 25, 1:03 to go here in the 4th. Garrett in the gun at the 40. Has it, handoff goes, and brought down around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Vic there was not really trying to get a lot of yardage. He's not timeout called, only got 5 seconds off the clock. You want to get a little more, maybe just stand there and let them pursue you.
2nd down and long, no gain on the play. They may have given him 1. I think they did, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. But again, all you got to do here is just protect the football, and you can get out of here with a victory tonight. This will be huge for New Waverly as they'll go to 4-1. Coach already said in pregame, he said, even if we lost by 6, we're probably still in the playoffs. But he's like, of course, we don't want to lose. And it's really been a tale of 2 halves. 20 unanswered by New Waverly here in the second half. 5 turnovers go in favor of the Bulldogs, and they finally find ways to start capitalizing. They had 3 in the first half, did not score any points off of those.
Right, and here you are with this big turnover. I think they'll probably try and take another timeout here. New Waverly just needs to kind of run as much time off the clock with this play. I would look to keep this in Garrett's hands and roll him to the right and just go down.
Garrett in the gun. This will hand off with the left side, and stand up. They're going to whistle this one dead. Ball carrier there, Noah Vick, and the last timeout will be burned by the Lions with 49 seconds to go here in the First Baptist Church New Waverly final frame, and it should be 3rd down and long.
Yeah.
I mean, the scoreboard, whoever's keeping the down and distance just kind of gave up as well.
They are, I'm sure, Kountze is frustrated with this, considering how well they played in the first half. And New Waverly was just not playing a good game and made some mistakes here in the second. But really, you saw the athleticism and them coming together as a team. The Kountze really didn't have an answer for Houston Forrester, and that play got run probably 6 to 10 times. I wasn't keeping exact track with 49 seconds remaining on 3rd down.
It's really about 3rd down and 7 here, and they'll go into victory formation. There will be a separation of about, well, Garrett's going to finally take it down here. They finally started the clock, and there's going to be a separation of about 2 seconds here. And I would expect this clock just to run all the way down, turnover on downs, and then Kountze is going to try to throw something here, and that'll be the end of the ball game.
Yeah, you have a 4th down. There's a little separation.
Yeah, I guess you could.
I think you can run out the clock. I would just roll Cade Garrett to the right.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You're on this hash mark. Roll him to the right.
See, that's why I'm not a coach, Ed.
I'm not a coach either. I've just been around coaches my whole life. So.
There you go. And he did exactly what you said. He's going to keep running backwards here. I don't know why they snapped that very early, Ed, by the way. They're going to let him run down, and that will do it. Final clock will tick. New Waverly victorious tonight. How about it for the Bulldogs? They scored 20 unanswered points in the second half. New Waverly goes to 4-1 in district play with a big showdown versus Newton coming up a week from tonight. We'll step aside, take a break. The Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up. When we come back, this is New Waverly Bulldog football on the all-new Bulldog Broadcast Network. We'll be right back after this.
Attention New Waverly ISD parents of students grades 7 through 12. Looking for a memorable way to cap off the excitement of a home game? Well, look no further than the 5th quarter event hosted by First Baptist Church New Waverly. Conveniently situated at 460 Fisher Street, the doors swing open just 15 minutes after the final whistle, and the festivities last until 12:30 a.m. Whether you're in the mood for some delicious food, thrilling games, or just hanging out with friends, you'll find it all in a safe and welcoming environment. Get more information and stay in the loop by visiting FBCNW.com. Don't miss out. Come celebrate, unwind, and make lasting memories at the 5th quarter event. First Baptist Church, New Waverly. This community-focused message has been brought to you by Stephen Gregory of Rollo Insurance.
The final whistle is blown. This chapter of the season has been written. Time now for the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up. Here's Rob Hipp.
Hard-fought game here tonight by both of these squads, but it was New Waverly victorious at the end. As they come out of here tonight, 20-7, they'll improve to 4-1 in district play. Kountze will drop to 1-4. 3 in a row now for New Waverly as this team continues to get better with each game. You got to do it because you are facing a showdown versus Newton to wrap up the season. That is a home game, I believe, Ed, right? We're going to be wrapping it up at home. Am I correct by that?
Yes, sir. We're going to be at home. There is always a home field advantage in that series. It's like playing Hemp Hill. It's just so far. You might as well take an airplane. New Waverly has traditionally played Newton tough. Newton is a very good and disciplined football team. Discipline. They got a coaching tree that is solid back in going back 50 years. So it's going to be a huge challenge for New Waverly.
Finally got Ed Watto to do this. There you go.
I just learned how to bark. Yeah.
Victorious. Hey, by the way, though, we do want to give recognition. Big thank you to the hospitality tonight from our friends here at Kountze, Coach Payne and their athletic director. Doug, they were just great guys. You know, I needed help early on during the week. They got back to me right away, and you couldn't ask for better hospitality. They allowed us to set up here on the visitor side to have the generator tonight. And so a big thank you to the coaching staff and to the community of Kountze. Everyone here has been very welcoming. But tonight it was New Waverly 20-7 as they wrap it up. You go through these drives again. It was really all Kountze in that first half. They got off. The only points that they got on the board was that first drive where they come down and scored. But the second half dominated by New Waverly. And I think a lot of that really got started with, you talk about Hunter Henry and his big running, but then also Houston Forrester. Man, what a force he came in. Got about 12 of those direct snap run plays that he had, but the first handful of those were highly successful. As they broke out, New Waverly started that third quarter from their own 20. They go all the way down. There was that huge, remember it was a first down play, 38 yards. They go to Sykes. They get the touchdown to tie it up at 7 apiece. And then it was the ensuing kickoff there and the play by Kountze. They started on their own 32. They had to punt it. That is when the fans started to get into the game, Ed. I wrote that down on my score sheet. I put a couple of asterisks next to it and highlighted it because the fans really kicked it up there as we got going in that third quarter. New Waverly, they come back on the next possession, a 27-yard touchdown pass to Henry. So Henry was kind of all over tonight, running, also receiving. New Waverly then gets it right back after a fourth down stop, a huge one. That was that penalty, though, and coaches are going to talk to these guys because, boy, that could have been so close to say it could have been instead of it on a dead ball, that could have went in favor of Kountze, and it could have been first down. That would have been a very different outcome of this ball game if Kountze would have ended up keeping that ball deep in their own territory, but they did not. And then it was New Waverly again taking advantage, capping off a drive that started on their own 13. This time they go 87 yards down the field, a 15-yard touchdown run in by Hunter Henry, and that is where that final score sat at 20-7. New Waverly did fumble it. There was a punt, and that interception by Henry sealed the deal, really put the staple in this ball game. Just kind of wanted your final thoughts. I know on these away games we got to kind of rush a little bit to get out of here, but your final thoughts, Ed. A good one tonight here for the Bulldogs.
My final thoughts are we had great individual performances by a couple of kids. The first half they were flat. The biggest thing I think is this. You can say Hunter Henry, Houston Forrester, Noah Vick, Cade Garrett. Look, this was a team
Absolutely.
victory. It takes 11 players out there. The offensive line did a great job. I think Hunter Henry is very close to being at 1,000 yards on the season. I don't know for sure. I just want to say just a couple things. If that is the case, in case next week, in case this was the night that he already crossed it, there should be extra ice cream for the likes of the tight ends. That would be Houston Forrester, Brody Watto, and then all of the linemen, William Colley, Julius Scott, Ty Smithers, Corbin Whale, Jude Shields, Jackie Harper, Hunter McBride, Chris Decker, Lewis Smith, Josh Morris, Dakota Tyson, Isaiah Hullings, all of those kids that are offensive and defensive linemen, whether they're freshmen, sophomore, whether they're on the field or not, running backs generally don't get yards. I was fortunate, as a young man to block for 2 1,000-yard rushers. I know what that feels like. So all of those linemen, they all had help in that, whether in practice or in the game. One other quick thing I want to say as we kind of go into Newton. It was brought to my attention this year that there was a young man who in 1979 lost his life. He was a New Waverly 15 or 16-year-old football player. His name was Ronald Ray Wilson. And Ronald Ray Wilson was known as Big Mac. The team, there are people in New Waverly that are still grieving over this young man, the loss of that. He was lost during football season, right before homecoming. And, this was unscripted, but I learned about this week, so I wanted to just share that, the memory of Big Mac. I think this victory, really the way that these guys played on defense is really a testament to the spirit of Big Mac and Ronald Ray Wilson and his family that lives around New Waverly. And so a special tribute to him. And I know that in the past there's been tributes to him, but there's lots of people that are still affected and grieve. And in that grief for him, I grieved for him this week as I learned about it. But
Yeah.
in that grief, there is love. And a great job by the New Waverly Bulldogs with the spirit of Big Mac alive here for them.
I love that. Ed, thank you so much for sharing that. And we love the opportunity to be able to bring you this coverage here on the Bulldog Broadcast Network powered by SHN Sports. If the season ended today, now it won't, there's one more week, but if it ended today, we look at New Waverly. They're victorious 20-7. Anderson Shiro is all over Hemp Hill. That game now a final 60-22. And then Warren defeating Trinity on the road 34-14. So if the season ended today, it would be Newton number 1. It would be not Trinity, Newton number 1, Anderson Shiro number 2, and New Waverly in that third spot. Of course, though, we still have one more week of football left. And, friends, anything's possible. Even though Newton has been this powerhouse, they've been blowing away teams. They were off tonight. And who knows, maybe them being off is going to cause a little bit of rust. And then they've got to come in the final game of the season and see if they can defeat this New Waverly team that is firing on all cylinders right now. They have won 3 in a row and now 4-1 in district play.
Look, Coach Schaub, I know that he feels like we have not always played as well as we can haven't played a 4-quarter game against Newton. Newton is a phenomenal football team, but it's high school football. Anything can happen. New Waverly kids will need to rededicate themselves. They will need to play an almost perfect game, if not perfect. Coaches will need to coach a perfect game. We always talk about the kids. Coaches will need to not they can't have a blown coverage or a mistake. Whatever they do, they've got to bring it. Everybody's so I'm not. Don't take it as me picking on the coaches, right? Like I've had surgery before, and I said to this doctor with all this schooling, "Did you bring your A game?" So coaches have to bring their A game. They have to bring it this week in practice. A game.
Absolutely.
So hopefully they're listening. Like that, and we know the Anahuac coaches listen to our broadcast, right?
Yeah.
The Newton coaches are probably listening, so they got to bring it.
So, guys, if you are listening, the other coaches, please don't bring your C game for us, and we'll bring the A game.
Newton will bring their A game.
They will.
I have much respect for them. They're a great football program. Love going out there to watch them. It's incredible.
Yeah, these guys, in all seriousness, everyone's going to bring their A game because they know what's at stake here as the final week winds up next week in New Waverly in the playoffs, and we'll see how the seeding goes, and we'll have all that for you next week. Ed, been fun. Good to be back with you, man. I hated to have to do stuff remotely last week from the house, but you were still out here, and we made it work. You know, the teamwork makes the dream work, and so a big thanks to Nathan Hight. TJ Garrett not able to travel with us here tonight, but I'm sure that he'll be back with us next week alongside his beautiful fiance. We appreciate Alea for helping out as well. We're a small but mighty crew. We try to do our best, and appreciate Nathan driving all the way in from Georgetown. I'm going to show Nathan real quick. Nathan comes in here. There's Nathan right there. Give him a wave, Nathan. Nathan drives all the way in here from Georgetown. You know, that's almost a 3-hour drive coming in, and he hangs out with me. His wife lets him get out of the house, and Nathan and I have been buddies since we were in elementary school. And when I was up in Fargo, Ed, one last thing I want to say is I really, really missed having Nathan by my side, and so it's good to have him back and all the great work that he does.
How could you not miss Nathan?
He's a good dude, man.
This is a good dude. Last week he set up everything by himself, and he had me to deal with by myself when I was complaining about the crowd noise and I could hear Dr. Hale talking in my ear because the crowd mic was so close. Yeah, Nathan is an absolute rock star.
He used to drive for me now, too, and then he's like, man, I'm 40. I'm starting to get old, so now I'm doing all the driving these days, so it's okay.
Well, you should ride with Kevin Edney. He drives the big dog out
Yeah,
there.
he does. So, well, friends, that'll wrap it up. New Waverly victorious tonight as they take care of business 20-7. They will move to 4-1 in district play. We'll be back at it next week. Make sure to join us right back here on SHN Sports and the all-new Bulldog Broadcast Network. Hey, some exciting things, too. Basketball's right around the corner. We're planning on broadcasting every home and away district game with video if we can. And so if you'd like to sponsor that, we're going to start selling those sponsorships next week. A lot of folks in the community stepped up to help make this coverage possible for football. We want to continue that and bless these young men with basketball as well. We may even try to do some women's sports, with the girls there in basketball if we can. It just comes down to manpower, and so we'll do our best to cover the Bulldogs however we can. That'll do it here for Ed Watto, Nathan Hight, TJ Garrett not able to make it tonight, and everyone who is a part of these broadcasts, the fans out there for New Waverly, and also anyone from Kountze that was still with us. We appreciate you so much. We'll wrap it up tonight with my final thought. As I always say, friends, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. So long, good night, and God bless from Kountze, Texas, as New Waverly 4-1 in district play. So long.